All right. Wait. There we go. Now it's recording. So, hey everyone, welcome back to chapter 20 frickin' 2 of Song of the Wilds. How in the nine hells did we get this far? How did we get this far being able to regularly meet once a week, so far every week?
Teacher, I have an answer for that.
Which is what?
We don't have lives because of a pandemic.
That is very true.
So true.
Because of, to keep it monetized on YouTube, extenuating circumstances.
Wait, you guys are thinking this is
not
monetized?
on YouTube. That's adorable.
God, I wish. If only. I also brought more than just 2 sets of dice this time. Yay.
No, I think after what I said in the intro last session, we are never going to get monetized.
I mean, you cut out the sex scene last week, so, you know.
Well, I thought I was just talking about my rapid fire, Black Lives Matter, trans rights, and free Hong Kong.
The free Hong Kong.
I mean, that would only get you demonetized if you work for
thing.
Blizzard. But
Yeah, that is very true.
I think Twitch welcomes that stuff, frankly.
And as much as I do love World of Warcraft, I do not like Blizzard.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Sorientis.
it is 7:02. We're still kind of waiting for people to arrive.
Do I have more D6s? I have 5. I should have
Ooh,
more. There it is.
I have a announcement, Mr. Dan.
Hold on. Checking something right now.
I thought you called him Mr. Dan, and I was very confused.
Mr. Dan.
Mr. Dan.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes?
I got my permit.
Yay!
Fantastic.
And I went out driving, and my mom said that based on the fact that I haven't driven in 8 years, that she would have given me a C+.
Right.
Which is a lot better than
Yes.
I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, and Whipthorn is in the audience. Hey, Whipthorn!
Hi, Whipthorn. David!
Oh, God.
Okay, we're still kind of waiting for people to arrive, so we'll spend a couple minutes out here. While we're at it, does anyone else have any other announcements that they'd like to make?
Me, pick me.
I just,
Oh,
I'm glad to finally be playing D&D again. It's been
You
too
didn't have fun
long.
with the weather?
It's been only 2 weeks.
Which is 2 weeks too long.
Okay.
In the world we're living in right now, 2 weeks could feel like a year. So.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
right.
if anything,
Like,
in the
seriously.
world, it's only been like a day and an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fast. Fast as fuck, boys.
All right, Izzy, go.
Okay. Well, anyways, everybody, my Etsy shop is going to be having more merchandise, so everybody keep an eye on that. Go like the shop. Izzy Vids Creations, very simple, IZZY-VIDS Creations. I'm sure you can figure out how to spell that. And we have cute, adorable little merchandise, and there's gonna be more coming. So, like, follow our Instagram, and you'll see the new creations whenever they're made.
I have
That is
linked.
run by Carly above me.
I have linked the URL for the Etsy store. So for anyone watching, you can find it right there in the chat. And yes, we have Song of the Wilds official for Instagram and SOTWDND, Song of the Wilds Dungeons and Dragons for Twitter. Are there any other announcements?
From
I don't think I've got anything right now.
Well, we're still waiting on Kira.
You can make stuff up.
I guess since we're waiting, so a little bit of an update on the happily married couple now. They're on their honeymoon out in Colorado. And obviously they're like going hiking and stuff. And my sister sprains her ankle. So
Oh.
Damn
we
it.
don't know what they're doing now. We don't know what they're going to do now because like all their plans involved moving and like doing things, which is, as I've heard, difficult with a sprained ankle.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that sucks. I'm sorry.
It's not my ankle that's sprained, so I mean.
Oh. Oh. Yay!
Hey!
Oh my god, your hair!
Yeah.
What hair?
Oh boy!
Carly, look!
Oh yeah, no, you already saw.
What? Ah! Your hair!
So gone.
Look at the honey on the screen! Oh, girl! You stay all day!
You're fucking it up even more. Thanks.
It looks so good!
It feels so much better.
Short hair
It
is a
suits you
lot.
so well.
Yeah.
It does.
It's so much nicer. And we might have to disconnect and then reconnect because we can't see Evan.
What?
What?
Evan's like in box.
Ugh, how I wish I was you.
Oh, look at that. A giant sword fell down from the sky, and, Yip got race changed from an Arakakwa to a Kenku.
My tongue!
And is
I
getting
no longer
disadvantaged on their next roll.
Am I moving now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
All right. Kiera, Atarax, do you guys...
He's getting pizza for us right now.
You're getting pizza.
Like setting it up.
Do you have any... Do you have any last-minute announcements before we begin?
Besides the haircut, no. Not at all. Jordan?
What about you, big bulky dragon who has a better stealth roll than everyone else combined?
Oh my god.
Do you have any announcements?
Oh, big crit. Okay, yes, I just did a couple test rolls, and I'm putting your dice in dice jail again, Kira.
I'm sorry.
I rolled nothing above a 9.
I'm sorry.
To
Apparently,
dice jail.
You know what? Okay.
I'm telling you,
take
it's
my
because
foot.
you didn't
Let's come
touch
over.
them.
Yeah, that might
Class,
be it.
if I ever get to meet you, I will sage everyone's dice.
I was telling Kira, it's because she didn't touch them first before sending them out. You always
didn't
have
touch
to give them
them.
love.
Oh, fuck.
You had to
Okay.
give them love first.
Carly, I swear, if
Tuesday.
you put all our dice in a circle and you sage them, some dice devil's gonna suddenly pop out just going, "What do you want?"
What is it
I'll
now?
do that as soon as
The
I'm on
D&D
call.
demon.
My birthday.
I should have Dynamax. Oh well. Oh well. Perfect timing.
Wait.
All right. So, are there any other announcements before we begin?
Just hi.
And a silence from everyone. All right. Well then.
Just hi.
Are we recording still? Yes, we are. Alrighty then. Well, if that will be everything, is Jordan still, like, getting your pizza?
No, apparently pizza's behind us. He's getting my laptop charger so I can actually look at my stats on
F.
screen.
Gotcha.
What?
F.
Oh yeah, F in the chat. Carly got disconnected.
F and
Wait,
A.
let me move my Discord tab to the same window as my Yip tab.
Alrighty. Jordan, do you have any announcements?
Sir. Just that I'm super excited to be here. I'm
No, Sabrina. Sad.
gonna come stealthing back up here.
I'm still mad over that. Yeesh.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage! And you still made the clutch.
He did.
Oh man, Briar, you missed a session last week.
Right, I'm part of the group and I missed it. What about me?
True, you did miss it. It was pretty funny.
It was pretty great. It came
I was watching this stream last week.
Oh yeah, you were.
like,
I'm sorry. Oh no!
What did you do?
We were spending so much time just talking that my Bluetooth speaker turned itself off. And I kind of need that.
What
All right.
happened to keeping focus this week, guys? No, I'm kidding. That's typically me.
We just need to joke in character more. That's really the best thing.
That's
Stay in character, and then you guys need more of a moral compass.
Just become OSHA, guys. Come on, follow my lead. Become OSHA.
Well then, if that will be all the announcements, let us continue with chapter, my god, this is a high number, 22 of Song of the Wilds, Plight of a Student.
Guys, it's like half of the year we've been playing this.
God.
It's so weird to think about, isn't
And
it?
keep in mind, we started during quarantine.
Where we last left off our intrepid heroes known as D. They decided to finally take a bit of a day's rest after a former student of Yip was able to make his way to Acheron. But before he was able to actually explain the reasoning as to why he was here, he fell unconscious due to pure exhaustion. Yip decided to take this time to actually spend some time with the student, tending to his wounds with the other Greyblade healers. It was around this time that our group caught wind of 3 mysterious hunter-like figures that tried to infiltrate the Greyblade's headquarters. Unfortunately, 2 of the other hunters were deposed at this time. Our lovely Eden, with the orb in tow, had a secret meeting with Volthric, to which none of you will be privy to know because none of you were there. And Polo was busy, however, in an effort to try and... What?
I said hashtagging.
He was hashtagging. Oh my god. Hey Karlowski, and thanks so much for joining the stream, dude. In an effort to try and fend off the 3 intruders who actually turned out to secretly be Nord priests in disguise, our team, well, the people that were there, were able to come up with a plan, sneak up behind them, which was done by a very frustratingly awesome roll by our plate-wearing Dragonborn Atarax. Still so pissed off about that. They were able to distract the intruders, shoot one of them in the foot, slow them down with some kind of cleric spell, and then shock the other 2 into inaction, while Davina tried to use some amateur surgery to pry the first arrow out with another arrow. It did not go well. However, at this time, Eden finally returned, and everyone had a secret meeting in Mistral's room where Eden decided to finally explain the situation. And it was there that they finally learned that their little companion, the little owlbear, gained a new ability to actually take physical form with each other. And it was the most adorable little thing ever, seeing that owlbear cuddle with Axel the fox. It was great. It was around this time that Yip finally decided to meet up with everyone and explain that his student had finally awakened from his injuries and was ready to explain the situation of just what he was doing here. And that is... Oh my god, the music ended perfectly! That timed out amazingly! So then... Where we are now, we are still in Mistral's incense-infused room. And Yip is meeting the adorable owlbear in physical form for the first time ever. Or rather, the second time, because if you all remember from episode 2, he was the one who originally took the orb from the flower in those ruins. So, Yip, you have just explained to everyone that your student, being tended to in another room of the Greyblades, is finally healed enough where he is able to awaken, and he is hopefully going to be questioned by you guys. What do you do?
I say we go to his room.
First things first, I pet the owl bear.
That's fair.
The owl bear, without hesitation, rolls onto its back, forcing your hand to go to its belly.
Yes.
I jump in. I want to know this.
How are we going to hide the owl bear?
Well, I would assume he can just turn back into an orb.
On that note, the owl bear kind of looks to Davina, nods to her, and then in a flash of green light, it goes back into a little green orb form.
All right, fair
My
enough. Problem
baby
solved.
boy! Mom is so proud of you.
You grow up so fast.
All right, fine. I'm willing to go see the student.
Grab the orb.
Yes,
Put
yes.
it back in the backpack.
Axel hopped in too.
I'm willing to go see Bruce Lee.
Bruce
He
Bree.
was the student of Ip Man. That's actually
is.
true.
Yeah, it's Bruce Bree.
Bruce
It's
Bruce Eagle.
it's
Bruce
Loose
Eagle.
B.
Loose me.
All right, you all exit out of Mistral's room and getting what feels like a breath of fresh air for the first time after getting out of that room. You all make your way. Why am I hungry? Yes, Davina.
Can I ask you a question? Is that how you feel whenever you exit my room after I light some incense? That
No.
You just were like, ah.
No, you don't light that much incense.
Okay. I was like, is this a parallel to your life, Evan? Are you telling me this very passive
I
aggressive
don't mind your incense, Carly. Let's not have our relationship problems in the middle of a Twitch stream.
No.
It just becomes 3 hours of me and Carly just arguing with each other, and everyone else is just like,
Everybody else is just.
I don't want to be here, but I don't want to leave at the same time. And, okay, no more tangents. No more tangents. We talked about this.
I'm really sorry. Nope. That was my one that I get. I'm done.
You all make your way down the hall, being led by Yip, because Yip, you came from the room where your student is being tended to, so you know where it is. It's in the same hallway as Mistral's room, but it's actually at the very far end of it. So it takes you about like a full minute and a half of just straight walking. The door there is open, and a Greyblade cleric is standing in the doorway, gesturing you to, like, come in. Oh, we got a bot in the chat. Hold on. Got
it.
Be gone!
What?
Be gone, bot. Kowalski, thank you for pointing out the bot. All right.
Kowalski analysis.
That will be the sequel to Untitled Goose Game. It's gonna be those penguins from Madagascar.
Yes!
God.
By the way, when are you doing Untitled Goose Campaign?
I'm still working out the kinks, so it's probably gonna be another session or two before we play that. Anywho.
Cakes.
I want my
Spicy.
character.
All right.
I want it to red.
The cleric gestures you all into the room, and this seems to be actually a vacant room that no Greyblade Hunter is staying in at the time, so it's very empty, save for, like, a bed, a chair, and a desk. On the bed, Yip, is your student, Loose B, and he is wrapped up in bandages, and he just has, like, a steaming hot cup of very strong-smelling herbal tea, and he has just been, like,
He's the bobbing bird.
He's the bobbing bird, even though weirdly he's the closest bird he's compared to is a peregrine falcon. Because you're a literal eagle, so he has to be smaller than you. Anywho, at that moment, upon all of you entering the room, Loose B kind of looks over to you and goes, "Master!" He quickly, like, puts the cup on the desk. He stumbles out of the bed, and he, like, bows to you.
Please rise. There's no need.
He does rise, but he stays on his knees. He's like, "Master, I've been looking everywhere for you. I didn't think...
Your student is well trained, yep.
I heard the rumors that you actually joined the military of the Greyblades, but I didn't know if that was actually true or not. So, I flew all the way here.
Yes, it has been much time. Loose.
Loose. Loose, you must go to the Dagobah system. Sorry, anyway.
Oh my god.
Master.
It has been some time.
Master, I've been flying miles and miles trying to find you. Something terrible has happened.
What?
It's about your home. Our home. Many years ago, after the raiders came, many of us were able to escape, and when they left, we tried to rebuild. But over time, something has overtaken the villagers. There's something very wrong with them. I can't explain it, but they act...
Rabid?
And you... Not rabid. No, if anything, they've been... I can't explain it. It's just something I've never seen before. They're not rabid. If anything, it's like the opposite of it. They seem very placid. Almost too placid. I mean, ever since we started rebuilding, we've gotten some newcomers who decided to help us with the reconstruction and even possibly live with us. But ever since, things have been different. And I know you've been away for so long, but please, we need you to come back.
Yep, what do you say? Do you think we should go?
Give me a moment. And Yip steps out of the room. He, like, very akin to how it was with the Drider in the Drider Tailor. How he just, like, basically just, like, bolts out.
Can I follow after him?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
For something simple like that, you don't need to ask your DM.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Yip kind of just, like, steps out and kind of just, like, stands against the wall, just outside the door, so he didn't, like, go down the hall or anything. He just, like, outside and just, like, clearly just deep in thought.
And I just kind of sneak up and I'm like, I know this isn't my style, but what's going on? Why has this got you so dire?
I haven't been back in decades. I've been avoiding it.
No, I can understand that. I never want to go back to my home. But honestly... what are you doing? Character... That's what I'm going for! I'm trying! Where the hell was I? But you... Honestly, I've never thought of you as someone who wouldn't want to help his people.
It's always been less of me not wanting to, but thinking that I couldn't. I couldn't the first time. How could I a second?
Well, in my long checkered past, one thing I've realized is that you can never really answer questions without asking them. Frankly, I think the best thing for you to do, if it feels right in your heart of hearts, is to try. Because otherwise, you'll never really know.
You're right, Polo.
What did that halfling do to me? Good lord. Thank you very much!
Yip takes like a couple more seconds to just kind of mull over it a bit more, and then goes back into the room and It's like, I will return.
You want us to come with you?
I thought that was implied.
Oh, okay.
You're
Cool,
coming.
everybody.
You're coming with me, whether
Are
you
you
want
guys
to or
okay
not,
with
bitch.
Whether you like it or not.
That's funny. You thought you had a choice.
Wraps
Well,
you
if
all
you
in
put
his
it like
meteor
that,
hammer.
It just
All right, the
drags
student.
along.
I never want to shy away from.
All right, Loose
trip with
B
all of you.
in his, or rather, Loose Bree.
In his loose gi.
Loose geese.
Loose
My
brie
gi
in
is
his
loose.
loose bee in his loose
His name's
gi.
just gonna change throughout this entire episode.
I'm a bird of many names.
There's some who call me Tim.
Tim.
Loose.
Anyway,
Loose, in his own bird beak kind of way, is able to smile like a huge ass smile, and he like bows his head to you again. And he goes like, "Thank you, master. Thank you. I will accompany you so I can best show you what it is that has happened."
Yes, of course. We should probably talk to Volthric about this.
I agree.
That's probably a good idea.
At that moment, you hear a voice outside the door that says, "What'd you want to talk with me about?" And you see Volthric.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
And you see Volthric.
So quiet for somebody so big.
It's like
And you
that
see Volthric, or
He
rather,
moves like the dragon. I don't know how he does it.
wait, say that again?
He moves like the dragon. I don't know how he does it.
He does move like him. You guys are both so silent, but you're so big.
Or rather, if you think about it, you can only see up to like tit height with Volthric, because the entire rest of him you can't see because he's taller than the door frame. In fact, you can kind of tell from where you're standing, he has to hunch down in this hallway.
Oh.
And he just kind of like, he just kind of ducks low.
Tim Allen's the doorway, like, ah!
It's like in Lord of the Rings where Gandalf is in Bilbo's house and he's just bumping his head and everything. He kind of knelt down, so he kind of is like, okay. I actually am standing up. He's like this right now, where the top of my window is like him. And so he has to like hunch down like this to see into the room.
Hello.
Hi guys!
Hey guys.
Why does he sound like Slender Man from Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged?
I don't know.
I was about to say you kind of sound
Can I
like
be in your campaign?
Hey guys.
Oh my god, Volthric is sloth. Volthric looks down into the doorframe and he just goes, "I merely wanted to see how our new companion is doing, but it looks like he's doing well." And Luce is like,
Loose is tight.
Man, Polo, you've been on a roll, man.
put that in quotes!
Liam is on fire tonight, everyone.
Oh man, VIP so far goes to Liam for the session. Anywho,
Yeah.
He's playing pipe all of a sudden. He's just out and about.
Yeah. Man loses his virginity and suddenly.
I don't know. I don't think he lost his virginity. I think Polo really just.
Have you seen Polo? Of course he lost it that night.
he's a
Thank you,
tiefling. Anywho, Luce kind of bows once out of just out of basic respect to Volthric and goes like, "Oh, I heard about you, Master Commander Volthric. Thank you for taking in my former master into your ranks." And Volthric just kind of gives a little bow with a warm, like Santa Claus like smile.
Volthric is Fanta. How did we not see this before?
That explains the ice!
He is Santa.
It explains everything.
He's Fanta!
How he's so quiet. How he's so quiet. How he's so big. How it explains so much.
Put that in the Star of the Wild subreddit conspiracies.
I'm putting that in my notes.
Okay. Okay. So, what did Volthric have to say?
Volthric gives like a little nod out of respect, and then he just kind of looks at everyone and he senses the tension in the air, and he says, "I take it you are departing again."
Unfortunately, yes. But it's for our third man here yet.
Why unfortunately? You're doing all a good job.
That's very true. That's a good way to look at it.
Very well. I believe you know where to find your ship, and then he stands up and he walks away down the hallway.
I wonder about him sometimes.
He's Santa.
Santa!
Well, if with that out of the way, I don't suppose anybody has any last-minute needs.
Where exactly is your village, Yip?
It is.
Have you ever played Breath of the Wild?
The one time I don't have his backstory pulled up.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
There it is.
I didn't mean to.
No. The one. I mean, obviously, this should have been the time that I had it up, seeing as it is his art. I believe it's out west.
I'm sure old
I believe
Joe.
that was.
He knows everything.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out west.
So do you guys stick around a bit longer, or are you just gonna head out?
I mean,
Howdy ho!
although she's been silent, she's just like, I need a vacation. Let's just get out of here.
You consider this a vacation, Elf?
Anytime I can go on a long travel, it's definitely a vacation.
Oh no.
Token up.
So are you guys just gonna head right to the airship port?
Yeah, as we're going to Old Joe, I turn to Loose Bree and I'm like, stay away from Mistral. And don't explain anything. Just stay on the opposite side of the ship.
Wait,
Can I attempt to say goodbye to Anne Marie before we leave?
You can definitely do that.
Aww.
wait, question,
So
did I hear what Yip said?
What?
Did I hear what Yip said to his little one?
To loose?
Yeah, to loose.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Perception 3. I got 14.
Yeah, you heard him.
And
You're in the same room! It's like a tiny little dorm room. The DC for this is like 5.
great. It would have been really sad if it was like -1.
I know it would have been really funny though if you got like a nat 1.
You're just looking at a wall, like.
Like I said what I said and I zoned out. But anyway, I turned to Yip and I just go, that is the rudest thing you could say to me. I didn't think those words would come out of your mouth.
What do you expect? With how you are on ships and how long I know this journey's gonna be, I don't want him near you. You are you will be a bad influence on him, and I like cover his ears. You will be a bad influence on him.
He can do whatever he chooses. I never force anybody to do anything. I offer to be nice. Rude,
And he will be polite and accept your offer. I know him too well.
Well, that's his own choice.
Me-
And I just I put my hand in the face.
He's a
and
grown-ass
start walking
bird.
back to my room.
Meanwhile, Luce has his hands covered by Yip, and he is just like,
Why are mom and dad fighting again?
Reminds me of that moment where You know what? Never mind.
As we walk out the door, I want to say that Davina pulls the Arios aside and says, "You know, after this, we should really go on that date that you promised me. So don't die." And I just walk away.
Oh, baby, I love it when you talk dirty to me.
Like.
Yes, ma'am.
I would just like to point out, and you don't need to roll perception for this, as you guys walk out of the room and round the corner, there is no sign of Volthric.
What the fuck?
You know, I was really tempted to say, can I cast Unseen Servant and follow him? But I was like, no, let's save that for another time. I really
Dude, you know Voltric will be like, "What's up, little buddy?"
And you know what? That would have been fine. At least
Talk to him.
I feel like based on what we have surmised of Volthric, Unseen Servant might not work.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see what it can do, though.
Nah,
Guys,
we'll do that for the next
I kind of want to see what it would do.
next filler episode.
I want to see what's under Kakashi's mask.
Another mask.
Another mask.
Part of me is like, dude.
So we get to Old Joe's ship.
Okay, so you all venture out. Well, wait a minute. Polo needs to quickly say goodbye to Anne-Marie.
Right.
Anne-Marie is on.
Polo needs to see his girlfriend.
Anne-Marie is. Oh my God! You're all high schoolers. Anne-Marie is currently on shift right now. So she's in full, like, receptionist Greyblade uniform, and she's working the desk. She seems to be, definitely a lot brighter-faced than typical.
One could say she's glowing.
It happens.
Can I, since she's busy, I'm assuming she's busy.
Yeah, unfortunately, she is dealing with a bit of a line.
Can I write her a quick note?
You can indeed.
Okay, I write her a quick note saying, I'm sorry, Anne-Marie, I had to leave in a hurry. We're helping Yip, but just so you know, the moment I get back, I'll come and see you. So.
All right. One of the other hunters, you give this to the back hunter in line, and then you actually get to see them go like, "Hey, pass it up to AM." And then you just see them, and then you all see. Well, yeah, she's like everyone's BFF with the Greyblade. She knows everyone, and everyone knows her.
Aww.
Yeah.
Would you like Am or Fim?
Would you like Am or Fim?
I think that Liam got best girl, which is awesome.
Where's the Anne-Marie fan art, huh?
Yeah, we need some Anne-Marie art in here. Okay, so you see the entire line of hunters basically take this note one by one, and they just pass it like students sitting together in class up to Anne-Marie, who like goes like, "Thank you." She kind of opens it.
Meanwhile, I'm just watching this happen like, all right.
Anne-Marie opens the note, and she just goes like, "Oh," and she's looking out, and let me roll my own.
Screenshotted Evan doing that, and we could have used it for thumbnail.
Unfortunately, she did not make her perception check, so she does not see. This room is crowded, dude.
Can I go up to Eden and say, I honestly thought one of them was gonna read it.
Same.
Polo, I didn't know you knew how to write.
I didn't.
Oh, low blow, dude.
I don't actually say.
I cheered you up, asshole.
I didn't get to hear what Eden said. What did you say?
He pretty much said same. However, I think they have more respect for us right now.
That's true.
All right, you all make your way through the city and over to the airship port, where old Joe is collapsed on the ground.
Oh no! Can run over to him and be like,
Oh, we
no.
lost Liam. F in the chat.
I'm not gonna be. Yip's like, I'm not gonna be the one to wake him up this time.
Fuck this shit. I run over to him and I just shake him and I'm like, oh, Joe. Oh, Joe.
Hold on, let me make this easier for myself.
Again.
Okay, bye.
Bye. The DM is gone. Oh, no, never mind.
I collapsed along with old Joe.
Okay, so wait, who's waking him up?
Me.
Not Yip.
Okay, Davina, I need you to make an athletics saving throw.
Oh, God. All right. Okay, what is my athletics? I got a 17.
You make it. Right when old Joe jolts awake, he pulls out like a large pistol and he like aims it at whoever decided to wake him up. You are able to quickly like grab his wrist, push the gun out of the way from your face, but the gun does go off just into the air.
How? Oh, Joe, we thought you were dead. Why would...
What? No, I was taking a nap.
I thought he was dead.
You were passed out on the ground. You weren't even like leaning on the ship.
There's no rules when you're trying to fall asleep.
It's like Gran Torino the first time we see him in My Hero Academia.
Yeah, he is Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's Gran Torino.
So we know old Joe's Gran Torino, Boltrick Santa Claus, and this whole campaign is...
And we're all geese!
And we're all...
Place in the North Pole.
Oh man. Okay. So you explain the situation to old Joe. You all get up on the boat, and you all finally head out. So it is gonna be like a full day's travel, just going straight west to get to Yip's old village. So this is gonna be a time for you all to have more interactions with each other.
Now remember, stay away from Mistral.
Mistral, give him a cookie. Give him a cookie.
And
Peter's like, let's fuck him up!
And Luce just goes like, I will stay vigilant, master. And then he turns around.
I walk over to him and I tap on his shoulder. I take a cookie from Mistral and I say, here, we give these to all of our new people.
Can I do a perception check on the cookie to see if I know that it's from Mistral?
You can.
Okay.
Yep.
That's perception 10.
You just make the DC, so you do know that is one of the special cookies.
I would like to make an unarmed strike on the cookie.
I look at...
In my hand, you psycho!
That's a 9.
Hold on.
I look at
What's a cookie's AC?
What's a cookie's AC?
Well, actually, the way I had planned it is that I need you, Yip, and your student to both roll like a mini initiative to see if you're able to whack the cookie out of his hand in time before he puts it in his mouth.
Got it. Initiative is 16.
Oh no.
He ate that cookie.
Did he eat the cookie?
He rolled a 17.
Cookie.
Dang it!
Ate that whole.
Dang it.
Before you're able to stop him, before you're able to stop him, he's already like pecked a bite out of the cookie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to make a Constitution saving throw.
You did the one thing I specifically told you not to do!
I should have been more specific.
He actually makes the save.
See?
He just goes like...
long enough, you just let him do what he does.
He just goes like, what? It's just chocolate chip.
Bacon egg.
Extra brown sugar.
With extra brown sugar.
Oh my god. That's not funny.
Yim just kind of like rubs the bridge of his nose and just. I'm going to the other side of the ship.
I look at Mistral. I look at Mistral and I say, "Have you ever?" I look at Mistral and I say, "Have you ever considered opening a bakery, Elf?"
I think I would need to.
I could finance you.
I don't think I need that either. But thank you for the offer.
You get a lot of customers, I can assure you.
I probably would, but also get very. I don't think it would.
I don't want to share.
No, it's not that. I'd be happy to share, but I don't think it would be a good look.
Just the Grey Blades are providing marijuana to have.
Hey, it's better than just downing a whole bottle of whiskey before your leg gets cut off.
Yep.
Speaking of which, how's old Joe doing?
He is like steering the ship so smoothly, and he's just kind of humming to himself. He's got like a little corn pipe in his mouth.
He's a
I love
snowman.
him.
Steamboat Willie.
Santa, now we got a snowman.
Steamboat Willie.
Pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal.
It's cold enough in Maryland, it could be Christmas, honestly.
I really feel I now regret that after you wake him up, he did not say Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday!
Okay, so your student is fine. He's not feeling anything right now. Is anyone gonna have any other interactions?
I was just gonna say, all I have to say is I turn towards Yip and I'm just like, oh, and you wanted to blame me for him to stay away from me, but I didn't even do anything. I just sat here with my bag open, but you know.
I don't regret what I said.
Anyways, she goes.
He is stressed right now, okay? He has run away from this village for the past, 20 years.
I have 6 once, and the touchy loner gets changed to a different character. Jeez.
Oh, didn't you know girls love the sexy loner character? Dude, you're literally Sasuke.
I can vouch for that.
Sasuke doesn't say squares.
No. Am I the only one who didn't like Sasuke?
I didn't like Naruto in general.
No, thank you, Kyo.
Yeah, I would agree. I wasn't a big fan
Yeah,
of
no
Naruto.
We were all for the chaotic energy of Naruto.
Davina, you're practically getting with Bard Rock Lee.
I wish I knew Naruto better.
Can I walk over
Don't worry about it.
and teach him more Celestial?
You can indeed. That is not something you ever need to actually ask me. You can just say that you do it.
I walk over to Eden and I teach him and the orb more Celestial.
Very good.
Wow.
Learn to take charge. You're a big girl.
The dragon's gonna assist, apparently.
I'm gonna assist because I'm fluent.
Hell yeah!
Alrighty then. I would like since Davina,
Hey,
since
can I sit in and listen and learn?
you can indeed.
Okay.
Alright, so Davina, you're the one teaching this lesson. So you're the only one who has to roll. So I need you to make an intelligence check to see if you properly convey the lessons to them. However, I would like you to roll with advantage because what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Do it again.
Yeah, roll again. Roll again.
You have advantage because Atarax is teaching you or helping you.
Like a TA. Yes.
I got a 9. Better than a 2.
Oh boy.
Stick to fighting, darling.
You teach them the Celestial for amazingly happy birthday.
Aww.
Happy birthday.
Good. We can congratulate our enemies now. Very helpful. Thank you.
You just say that as you're stabbing them. You just say, "Happy birthday."
Merry Christmas! No, it's November. November. By the way, everyone here needs to watch Goblin Slayer Abridged. It's the best one.
Merry Christmas!
No, it's November.
I almost got cast in a Schmucks project, but that didn't happen.
Oh my god. That's
big
amazing.
rip.
Almost, but I didn't. But
Oh, we have to talk about that later. Anywho.
yeah.
Okay, so you're all doing that. Meanwhile, at this time, I forgot to mention, while you're teaching the owlbear Celestial, it pops back in its physical form. And it's just kind of like looking around because now it's on an airship. It's never been in an airship in this form before. And it just starts like...
How does Luce react?
He just thinks that it's a normal owlbear that was just hiding in your sack.
Is it? Wait, I thought the owlbear was green.
It is green.
It's green.
So it doesn't
He's
really...
just never seen an owlbear before. He's never seen an actual owlbear.
Because remember...
all owlbears are green when they're this young. It's fine.
Luce just goes, oh, and who is this? Oh, you are such the cutest thing. And he just, like, wags his feathers in front of the owlbear's face, and he just, like, is playfully swatting at them.
Shit.
At this time, Axel now pops out of the bag, and now he is also, like, pawing at the feathers of Luce's wings as well. So you literally have two adorable little fluffy good boys.
Can I join in and use my animal handling check, or should I just wait on that?
You know what? You certainly can try. Give it a shot.
I have a really good animal handling check, and I never get to use it. So
when the entire animal population is out to kill you, you don't really get to use the animal handling button.
I got a 22.
You're not stealing my fox, by the way.
I'm not trying.
He is mine now.
Somehow your aura of authority attracts the attention of both the owlbear and Axel, and then they both turn to you, and then they just sit down, like at attention.
They smell Anne-Marie on me. I just look at. I look at both of them and I just go, "Good boys."
They certainly are good boys.
In perfect sync, they both then just roll over in the same direction and then sit back down.
Oh my god!
Do you do anything else? They're still kind of at your command right now.
Oh, still mine?
Well, you rocked the animal handling check.
Okay, all right. I don't know. I didn't expect to get this far. So, I guess I look at the owlbear and I say, why don't you go, why don't you go say hello to to Luce or something like that? I don't know.
Right.
And Luce just goes like, oh, is he gonna say hello to me? Hello, little owlbear. And the owlbear goes, hello! And then Luce just goes, ah!
Really, the talking bird is freaked out by talking animals?
Wow,
Wow, racist much?
I'm just making a point.
The owlbear's voiced by Doug from Pixar's Up.
I just met you and I love you.
I have only met you once, but I love you.
oh my god! I was hiding under your porch because I love you.
That movie had the best interpretation of a dog's mind ever.
One of my favorite Pixar movies.
If it weren't for the beginning of that movie.
I know. But yes, especially Golden Retrievers. They're just so happy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
The part when they're pulling Kevin away from his baby makes me cry.
So is anything else gonna happen?
I'm good.
Is there like a part of the ship where there isn't like a big, like a noticeable gust of wind from like flying through the sky? Like, is there like a part that's like protected from wind? more or less?
Yeah, the entire deck.
Yeah, the entire. Okay. Yip is going to. I have a block of incense, so like one of those wooden blocks, and he's gonna take a couple and kind of like go in the corner, light some incense, and kind of pray for like, please, just let this be a normal field trip with friends. No way.
No way.
But he's like, I don't want this to go so bad. Like, I haven't been here in forever. Just let this not be bad. And kind of like pray, like, oh please, please.
Are you just praying to the ether or to someone in particular?
To the ether. Just
okay.
In general, just like anybody who can possibly hear me.
Okay. Roll me a religion check.
Alright. Religion. 5.
I would say that could be possibly bad.
That
you don't notice it at first, but somehow in your prayers, or while you're praying, you feel a very warm pat. Like, are you sitting down on the floor, like, cross-legged?
Like, on, like, his shins and on his knees.
Okay. You feel a warm, soft, like, pat on your knee, and you look down, and it's the owlbear looking right up at you while you were making that prayer. And it just kind of, like, nuzzles his head, like, against your side, before then waddling away.
Oh my
God. I think that's exactly what Yip needed. Oh my god, that's what I needed.
Carly, don't die. From all the cute.
Are there going to be any other interactions?
Did Arios like possibly stash some wine on the ship from earlier?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Alright, Arios is breaking out a bottle and just going, "Who wants some?"
Ooh, I would gladly take a glass of wine from you, Arius.
And remember, this is like the super, like, uber, ultra, mega, top shelf wine that you found in Josh DeHuman is hosting us. Yay!
Yay! Oh, I forgot to do that. Oh.
Once Yip is done, like, praying, and, like, the incense burn out, he walks over and is like, once everybody, like, has their, he just takes the whole bottle and starts chugging it. I'm gonna need this.
Okay, I got more.
Oh my god.
He just downs it.
Okay.
I'm gonna need this before we get there.
Okay. Well, if that is gonna be the case, everyone who is willingly having a drink of wine, I need you all to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, why not? I'll join.
And Yip, you need to make one with disadvantage because you downed the bottle.
I lost my D20.
Constitution saving throw. That is
I lost my D20.
4. All of my dice are in dice jail now. Okay, these two are in dice. I have 4 D20s in dice jail right now.
Okay, so Yip. Davina, what did you roll?
I got a one.
At least I'm not Davina.
Davina. Eden.
No, I'm not taking
This is real top shelf shit.
Oh, Atarax got it too?
Oh, I ain't drinking.
These two aren't drinking.
Okay, Arios, what did you roll?
17.
Okay. Mistral, are you drinking? Yip, Davina, and Polo, you are sloshed right now. Because this...
I look at Arios. Wait. Because I know exactly what she would say. I look at Arios and I think, this is bringing up a lot of memories. I'm good. Mostly bad.
Oh. And Arios just like wraps his arms around her. It's okay.
Navarth would call me his treasure. That's weird, isn't it?
I'm just gonna hug you now.
Polo, Yip, you both are drunk. What are you guys doing?
Oh God! All right.
Let's see what Yip has and what I can do with what Yip has. Yip kind of he sits like in the middle, and he takes out his deck of cards, and he just starts dealing out blackjack, one for like every member of the party. So
Oh no.
this is like he's just setting it up, not asking if anybody wants to play, but he's just dealing out blackjack. And he's just like, all right. And he like looks at him. Get over here. And like he's picked this up since like after he left the monastery, so like this is completely new to Luce.
Yeah,
He's
Luce.
never seen it.
Yeah, Luce is just kind of standing there like, Master, are you okay?
Like he's never seen his master drink nor gamble, but now he's done both in the span of like 5 minutes.
You're like rocking his world right now, aren't you?
Polo, are you doing anything?
Probably crying about how much I love you all. And
What are you saying?
Anyway,
I
melted
need a
his
word.
I've never had friends. You all are my friends.
I go up to Paul and I hug him and I say, I'm so happy I met you.
I'm so happy I met you too.
Davina, Polo, roll me d20s.
Oh, shit.
Oh God, here we go.
Where's my D20? God.
I got a 9.
God, what happened? Oh wait, here it is. Okay. I got a 10.
Polo, make an athletics saving throw.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, like we're going.
Wait, what do I add for athletics?
Dexterity.
Athletics.
Oh,
No, athletics is strength. Athletics is strength.
It's strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
D beyond Dex.
All right. 15, I guess.
You both are just in each other's arms and you're just sobbing how much you love each other. Davina, however, as you're sobbing, you're like,
Oh no.
and Polo, even in your exceptionally hammered mind, you know what's coming, and you quickly sidestep out of the way before Davina just upchucks and just vomits just everywhere. Not a spot gets on you.
Arios, I promise this won't happen on our date.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
Oh, good, babe.
I'll take care of you. It's all good.
If a man is willing to say that after you vomit in front of them, marry them.
Marry him.
I'll hold your hair, sweetie pie. Don't worry about it.
Never said push.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Honey, I'll hold your hair. It's okay.
You didn't even do
I'll
that.
take your
In
bags.
Carter's case, it's not really an
Rubbing
issue,
her
but yeah.
back. It's okay.
Aww.
I'm speaking in terms of Davina.
Any other little last-minute interactions?
Wait, this is all happening on the deck of the ship.
Yeah, you've all been traveling this whole time.
Great. Well, I'm just making sure we're all in the same space because I would like to point out Miss Shaw, as soon as she had that confrontation with Yip at the beginning of the trip, she's just been chilling at the back, just like watching everything. Just like, yeah, I wish I had some popcorn right now.
Wait, I want more of Yip with his student gambling.
Luce is, with futile effort, is trying to coax and gently shove Yip away from the cards on the deck, because all he's known is that, like, gambling and drinking is, like, a forbidden thing that you should never do as a student of the special arts. Unfortunately...
Fuck that!
So innocent. Arya
Fuck
wants
that.
to corrupt him so bad right now.
Do it.
Chaos.
Chaos control!
Do it.
Bring on the chaos.
Do it.
Is Arios coming up in gambling?
Yeah, Arios,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so far it's just the two of you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in your drunken mind, it's no longer blackjack. Now it's become war.
It's become war. All right.
I'm gonna
He just
That's
collects
okay.
the cards
Look at
again.
it.
All right, and he just like perfectly splits. Even in his drunk state, he just perfectly splits.
Yeah, you are.
The deck in
Despite
half.
how absolutely drunk you are, your shuffling is like something out of Yu-Gi-Oh. It's beautiful.
All right, and then he just like chucks the top half on. Like he just like takes the deck, and he's just like that, and like perfect 50-50. Like,
Yeah, perfect 50-50. All right. Yip, Arios, roll me a d20.
Nat 20.
Gosh damn it.
That's why you guys are in dice jail, because you didn't do that.
Arios, what did you roll?
10.
Okay, so Yip won the next, like, 3 rounds of it. Both of you roll me another d20.
Okay, I'm gonna... 19.
17. So close.
Yip won the next round. Roll me one more time.
10.
That time I got a nat 20.
She won the
Oh,
next
yeah.
3 rounds. Both of you roll one more time.
All right, I'm going to give one of Eden's dice one more shot.
Come on,
18 for Arios.
13.
Oh.
It's better than any of my other rolls that I've rolled with that die so far.
Surprisingly, making an underdog comeback, Arios won the game of war between her and Yip.
Woo!
Fuck you.
I'm so happy for you, Arios. All right.
That's my baby!
Arios, you suddenly have Polo that's just, like, on you right now.
You really are my number one squeeze.
Hey! Back off!
Back up.
All right.
Oh, make
With-
Davina put some hurt on you.
With wine in your bellies, and despite the supposed bad feeling you're all getting from this mission, especially in Yip's case, you all are able to make a night into one of smiles and laughter and adorableness. Yes, Eden.
I want to do something when everyone's like asleep.
All right.
Sleeping soon?
Yes, if I wasn't making that aware, I was trying to basically sum this up.
Yeah. Yip
Why was like, wait
is
a
the
minute,
first
I
one to
gotta
pass out. He like hurls over. He like right before he goes to bed, he like goes over to the edge of the ship and just hurls, and then just like comes back over. And just falls asleep.
I
Okay,
like
so-
to think that Polo and Yip are sleeping cuddling.
And Arios is curled up in Davina's lap.
Oh, I will allow this.
The straw is yet to
Bring you
be
where?
spot that she's been in for the past probably 12 hours.
Aww.
Okay, so that's all happening.
Such a mysterious lady.
Now, while everyone else is asleep, Eden, you say that you're the only one awake. What are you doing?
Now, yeah. Both the owlbear and Axel are still like out and about, right?
Yeah, kind of. They're showing signs that they're starting to get a little sleepy, because, you know, it's now nighttime.
Okay. I'm going to look up Axel, look him dead in the eyes, be like, "Were you the being that I saw next to the owlbear?"
The little fox just kind of like tilts his head at you, and then just kind of like baps your nose with his paw.
Got booped by the fox.
All the boobs.
Like, all right. If that is not the case, then I will get my answer later tonight. See to put him down.
You win this round, Fox.
Put both of them up with it, like within a space of me, and like out.
Yeah, as you finally fall asleep, you find that Axel and the owlbear are like perfectly cuddled under both of your arms.
Pillow.
It is now nighttime. Like, well, it's been nighttime. You are now asleep. Eden. You find yourself in that blizzard-filled void again.
Oh, shit.
And right from the get-go, you see that humanoid shade standing before you quite a few yards away. It's just kind of like staring at you with just bright white lights for eyes. And just a perfect pitch black body. You make out an outline. And whoever they are seems kind of transparent. The figure just kind of is staring at you, not moving. And then it just goes... Ch-! Just starts to contort a bit. Bends over backwards, turns over to you, and starts, like, scampering over to you grudge style.
No.
You find yourself unable to move this time. The instant that it is right up at you, it suddenly straightens back up, and now it's like an inch away from your face. And it's just looking at you right now.
Is it menacingly looking, or is it just like staring?
Give me a perception check.
It's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, 18.
What?
18.
Despite this shadowy shade, well, that was redundant. Despite this person-shaped shadow having no facial features whatsoever, it's literally the outline of a body that's kind of filled but still transparent, and two white lights for eyes. It's still not clear what it's looking at you for. It slowly starts to bring its hands up to your face. Like, even its fingers all twitchy and shaky.
Mm-hmm.
At that moment, it just kind of, like, looks up, back at you, and then vanishes. You feel a warmth on the side of your face as you are then awakened, as both the owlbear and Axel are like, one is like nudging the top of your head and the other's like giving you little licks on the right side of your face.
Okay. Huh. Which one's doing which? Is Axel licking or is he nudging?
Axel is licking, owlbear is nudging.
No. Okay. I am going to grab both of them and ask them, did you see that as well? I know the owlbear can answer me, Axel cannot, so.
The owlbear just kind of looks at you with a very sad and worried face. And you just very faintly hear it say to you, "Gonna be okay."
Okay, bud. Okay, bud. What are you getting this fucking owlbear?
Fucking right? Like, seriously, though.
All right. That being said, you now all awaken to a bright and sunny cloudless day. And we are actually going to take our break here. So we'll be away for like around 10 minutes-ish. We're gonna just all go to the bathroom, get some snacks if you haven't already. And we'll come back online when we're all together again. So we'll see you in a bit, guys.
Yeah.
All right, and we are back from our little break. Looks like one of us still kind of stepped out for a moment.
And I have a whole box of...
Just had to finish up a few things.
I just had to get water, but I'm here.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm ready for all the tea.
All right, we are ready?
I was ready as I'll ever be.
All right. The sun rises on a rather beautiful cloudless day. The airship is still going strong. Yip, I would like you to make a history check.
Oh boy. You. History is going to be, if I can find it, 7.
So proud of you.
You remember your old homeland being mostly like open grass fields and such, and many rivers. Unfortunately, you've been away for so long, and you've seen so many other sights ever since you joined the Greyblades that everything just kind of blends together, so you're not exactly sure how close you are from where you felt your village was all those years ago. This land seems to be devoid of any animals. The occasional, like, wild cat just running through the plains. You can only really assume that, like all the other forms of wildlife you met, that one has too gone savage. As you keep going, Yip, you finally do recognize, like, an old mountain range just over the horizon. And you recognize these mountains. You recognize them as a special kind of landmark that you used to use to help find your village. Because one of these mountains, only one of these mountains has snow on the top and the others don't. And once you kind of orient yourself... Oh, that's what you're doing over there.
Yeah. It was tough.
You are able to orient yourself using the view of that mountain. And you do actually see where your village is. Now, Yip, I would now like you to make a perception check.
I'm better at that. 17.
You can see your village, and it's completely restored. There is like...
keep it together.
There is like no evidence. And we lost Liam. F in the chat.
F.
Rip.
F.
Liam, everything okay? You're muted.
It just crapped out again for some reason.
Okay.
I go over to Yip and I think, well, it doesn't look too bad.
Thankfully.
Yip, I would like you to make one more history check. You honestly cannot remember the state your village was in when you were last here, and that was back when it was being actively raided by marauders.
It was probably on fire. I remember a lot of fire.
You remember a lot of fire and destruction, and a lot of death as well. But looking at the village,
I remember a lot of fire too when I burned down my estate. I mean, what?
As you make your way closer, old Joe decides to finally set down the airship in the outskirts of the village. Kills the engines, and he waves goodbye to you all as you exit off the boat, basically saying like he'll be here whenever you're ready to head back to Acheron. So you guys have officially made touchdown on just a flat, open grassland of waist-high tall grass. and before you, you see the village.
Well, yep, since this is your village, you lead the way. Let's go, Birdman.
I'm eating.
Hack on your tongue or something? Are you okay there?
He's speechless.
Oh.
He's like starting to step forward, and then he like rushes and like pushes Luce forward. Like, you wanted to show me exactly what's going on. Please lead the way.
Luce is like shaking right now. He, for some reason, is very terrified, but he is able to force his feet to move, and he takes you. He takes you closer and closer up to the village. But at about halfway there, oh yes, Eden.
Question: did the owlbear turn back into an orbit as they're both in the backpack?
Yeah, they're both in the backpack now.
Make sure you're not walking in with an owlbear and a clock.
That'll certainly get some reactions from these guys.
Now, as you get closer to the village, you actually realize that... Is this thing even playing now? Oh yeah, it is. It's still playing. The village itself, perfectly restored. There is no evidence that there has been any damage or anything horrible that has happened here. In fact, the village itself seems pretty darn active. There's a whole slew of Arakakwa that are just kind of wandering around. None of them seem to have really given you any notice yet. Something does seem to be...
Yip has one hand, like, hovering over his dagger, just in case, like, he's very tense in this moment.
You do notice one strange thing about the populace of this village. Everyone, and I mean everyone, even the little chicks, they're all wearing white robes.
Okay.
I've seen this movie.
Okay. This. All right. And I'm just continue. Did Luce, is he also wearing a white robe, or is he like the one person not?
He's like the one person who's not, and he's already like flown back to the ship when you weren't looking.
Okay, cool.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Just curious, has there always been this kind of uniform attire that you're...
Yip, roll me a history check.
Nat 20! My third eye is open.
It kind of looks like you have one with that little red dot between your eyes. Yip, to the best of your memory, and it's all coming back to you now that you stand at the limits of your village, really the only ones who wore white robes were like the village healers, and even then they weren't the same style. These ones are like, okay, this is the best kind of comparison I can think of. Do you know those white robes you wear when you go to church and they baptize you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's those kinds of white robes. PTP cosplay with a nat 20. Thanks a lot, dude.
Hi, Stefan. We can't wait to see you on the 3rd.
Yeah.
No, I mean...
Yeah, these robes,
if anything...
you've seen cleric robes before, not like this. In fact, they're not even treated like cleric robes. That literally everyone, even like the blacksmiths of the village, are wearing these robes.
Can I go and look for Luce?
That would mean you have to walk all the way back to the ship.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't nearly this uniform, or white for that matter.
Can I do a perception check on one of the people?
Go right ahead.
I've seen this movie a ton of times. The whole movie trope, and I don't like it.
This is, Yip is so tense. Like, he's like, quick draw stance over his dagger.
I'm so concerned right now. I got a. Why am I wearing so hard for this? I got 17.
Okay. The people in this village, as far as you can tell, they all seem like cheerful and joyful. Many of them are like going about their village duties, washing, gathering up herbs and vegetables from little farms that they have in their, like, near their little huts and such. Like, everything just seems very happy here. At that moment...
Can I look at, do like any of these seem like they're like people from back when decades before, like, do I recognize any of these as if like, oh, these people have just been resurrected?
Oh God.
You
not.
Well, you do not recognize the majority of the faces here. However, you do hear a familiar voice of, "Oh, my master Yip, is that you?" And you see, rushing up to you in a white robe and outstretched arms, this very tall stork of an Arakakwa, who just is overjoyed, and he, like, wraps you in a big hug.
I do a contested grapple check to try and get out.
Okay, roll me a d20, and I'm gonna roll my own d20.
Alright. That is 22.
You successfully get out of his grip. The stork...
Yeah.
The stork man looks at you, very shocked, but still with a smile on his face, like, "Oh, my master Yip, is there something wrong? We thought you've been dead this entire time, but to see that you have returned... everyone! Master Yip has returned to us!
I can say the same about you guys.
Oh, I don't like this.
At the moment, at the stork man calling out that you have returned, everyone in the village has stopped what they're doing, and they all rush up to you like they've literally seen a man come back to life from the dead. And they're all, like, reaching out to you, trying to, like, feel you, like, with reverence.
I feel at this point like there are too many people that, like, all get away.
Lakers fans are trying to touch him.
Wait, what? Say that again, Polo?
I said it's like LeBron James coming out and, like, Lakers fans are trying to touch him.
Yip stands in the middle of everybody. Like, he just kind of sinks in. He sinks into the rest of the group. So he's like in between like Davina and Eden and all that. He's just like, hide me.
Mistral, you had something?
I think it'd be best if you were behind Atarax, probably, because he's the biggest.
I hide inside of the empty. Inside of his armor, I kind of just like squeeze in there.
Roll me. Well, first off, Mistral, did you have something to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say it reminds me of the scene from like Umbrella Academy when like everybody finds Miles again and they're like, "Oh, leader, help!"
Destiny's Children.
So, Yip, I would like you to roll me just a straight dexterity check. I can't see that. The light is too bright.
Well, it's not a nat 1, so implied nat 20.
You rolled a second nat 20?
I did. This is my lucky die tonight. Half of my dice are in dice jail, so I'm just gonna be using this die.
All right.
Got Atarax energy tonight. Yes.
You are somehow able to squeeze your way into the empty spaces of Atarax's armor. And it basically looks like that meme picture of two kids wearing the same shirt that says our get along shirt.
Yes. I'm just like, Atarax, hide me, Atarax, hide me.
Atarax, do you decide to indulge him? Or do you kick him
My order
out?
is not. You can't get in the first place. I will hide him behind my wings, like engulfing him.
That's because, again, Atarax is best boy.
Atarax is best boy.
So yeah, Atarax decides to hide you in his wings. It doesn't work though. It was so obvious that you sneaked in there. Everyone rolled like an 18 on their perception.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, they're like, Master Yip, we thought you were dead.
I thought you were all dead.
Oh no, many of us survived, and many newcomers helped us rebuild. But for you to return, and they all many of them bow out of respect to you. However, at this time though, all of them parting of the Red Sea.
I'm like Kazooie just peeking out the back of his armor.
Yeah, you're like Kazooie and Atarax's banjo. Wow, wow.
That was awesome. Good job. Good for you.
I'm Dean Bradley Bakering up in this bitch.
Oh god, I have to stop.
Yeah, dude, what the hell? At that moment, the crowd parts and you just hear in the most beautiful airy voice, has our prodigal son returned? And from the other side of this new lane in the crowd is, I don't know how everyone else is gonna act here, but to Yip, in Arakakwa standards, you see, quite possibly, the most beautiful Arakakwa dove woman who is just, slowly walking through the aisle to the party. She just kind of, looks at everyone with a very calm, warm smile, and then she just bows very graciously, and she goes, "Welcome to our home. I am Alyssa. And for you to... Yes?
Alright, finish. Sorry.
And we are always welcome to have newcomers here. And for you to bring our prodigal son, Yip, after all these years, we cannot thank you enough."
I'm ready.
May I do an insight check?
Go right ahead.
Okay.
Let's go.
12.
She seems pretty truthful. It could be just her personality, because you've all met some light, airy, floaty people before. She seems to be kind of just one of those, slightly, head in the clouds kind of people. Despite how absolutely gorgeous of, a dove woman that she is, she does seem to carry with her, an air of authority.
Of authority. Sorry.
And you will respect my authority.
I am the law.
Arios is just kind of gonna look at her and be like,
you betrayed the law. Law.
So I just want Arios to look at her and just be like, who are you?
Well, she already said who she was and what she
Well,
was.
I know, but
Alyssa.
Alyssa looks over at the small air person and just goes, "Oh, forgive me. I have become the spiritual leader of this village. Ever since this poor village was destroyed and everyone was almost wiped out by marauders, I and many of my friends decided to assist in rebuilding it. And during my time there, I have been able to help the people work through all of the losses that they have gone through. And then she just kind of looks over at Yip and goes, "You too have suffered great losses. But there will be time for this later. Come. We shall have a great feast tonight to celebrate our long-lost child returning to us at last." At the mention of a feast, everyone in the village just starts... I'm not done yet. At the mention of the feast, everyone else just starts, like, cheering, and then they all disperse to, like, ignore their...
Monorail.
What?
Monorail. It's a Simpsons reference.
I caught that Simpsons reference. I appreciate that.
I have seen that episode only once, though, so I do get it. But it took me a while because I couldn't understand. I'm not done yet! At that moment, everyone disperses, ignoring their duties and starting to set up the feast for tonight. Now, Davina, you may speak.
Tusk!
Sabrina! Calico!
Can I say what I was gonna say?
Now you... Yes, I did say you can say what you want to say!
Hey, Elissa, is there Kool-Aid at this feast?
Are you actually asking her that?
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
thank you. You saw the general chat, didn't you?
Oh my... Okay.
Wait, we have something in general chat? What the hell?
She's a real Jim Jones type.
So this is the cult thing.
You mean
I've seen the horror movie many times.
we're so impatient. In order to ask for a Kool-Aid?
No.
Um,
I have a feeling it's gonna end like that.
So...
At that moment, hold on, Eden, you were like waving your hands. Were you wanting to say something?
No, I was saying hi to Sabrina because it's been like years since I've physically seen her.
Aww. Oh, we lost someone.
Okay, now
F in the chat.
F.
All right, so Davina, are you actually asking Alyssa something?
Yeah, actually, I was going to actually ask her something. I just had to get the joke out of the way. So, how long have you been the spiritual leader? Ever since the village burned down?
I have been here ever since we started reconstruction. So, Yep, how many years ago did your village get attacked?
For about 20 years.
I have been the spiritual leader of this village for about 15 years. For 5 years, these poor people have been trying to fend off on their own, some of them being the unfortunate slaughter of the wildlife. However, I have finally brought peace to this village. And with my beloved family, I have been able to begin reconstruction into a village so much better than what it was before. And Yip, you can actually kind of notice that this is indeed your old home.
Yeah, that's rough.
But the buildings here, they actually look like 10 times better than what you remember. Like, these buildings look like something that can last in a hurricane.
They may be better, but they're not better.
I was about to say, did you keep any of the culture, or did you just decide to make it your own?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yip is saying nothing. He's just like stewing in the back, in the back of Atarax. He's just like.
I'm not. Yep. I'll speak for you. I'm not afraid to insult her. Did you keep any of the culture, or did you just make it your own?
The people here are free to go about their culture. And she actually kind of gestures like behind you, and you can actually see off in the distance within the village what looks like another martial arts school. Of course, all of the students and the sensei are wearing white robes, but they're actually going through
like
forms
that.
and lessons and such.
Okay. And I walk back.
Alice just kind of smiles to you and just says, like, all I've ever done was finally help these people move on from the pain that they had ever since that horrible attack 20 years ago.
Can I interject?
Go right ahead.
Objection!
I follow along, and I basically say, it's remarkable that you were able to do this. How did you find the funding for such a thing?
Alissa merely smiles, and she just simply kind of waves her hand and goes, "Oh, my sweet child. There is no need for funding when everything in life is a gift."
Yep, this bitch is crazy.
Please tell me you said that out loud.
It was,
I'm not saying that out
18
loud.
years ago.
I am so tempted to make a Tive joke because of the conversation we just had in the car, Evan.
Oh, yeah, those people that you had to deal with. However, Alissa then just kind of looks at everyone with an especially long gaze at Atarax's back. And she's thinking, that Dragonborn's got some cake.
He's sick with everything imaginable.
I'd like to enter that lair.
He's sick.
Dick.
I am what the humans refer to as thick.
We hear old jokes on that from the boat.
Moving right along.
Thank you. Alice then kind of looks at everyone and just goes, unfortunately, if you will excuse me, I must tend to my duties. But however, tonight we shall have an amazing feast in the main eating hall. And it would mean so much to not just me, but everyone here, if you were to stay with us. At that moment, she just, like, slowly turns around. Her brilliant, like, marble and ivory wings just kind of unfurl from her back. And then she just, like, very gracefully, like a swan, like, takes off to another part of the village, leaving all of you guys finally alone.
God, she's so pretty, though.
Yip pops his head back out.
No, you said that. The only thing I could think of was that
And, like,
part in Rio where she was
slinks out.
flying and singing.
Oh, yeah. It was a good scene.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't trust this bitch as far as I can throw her.
Nope, not me.
Yip finally comes out of Atarax's armor.
Yep,
What are you
you
doing,
make
fearless
it.
leader?
I think everything's good and we should go. Yip starts walking back to the ship. I think everything's good and we should go.
I grab him.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
I
can Ariel like stand in front of him and be like, nope. I run away from everything. You cannot.
I
run
take
away
out the
from
great
this."
sword of vengeance and I point it straight at him.
I'm not trying to kill her.
I can fly! I fly! No, I
Nina's
don't.
holding him. And
Davina.
I'm holding your arm.
Yip's
And this is her sword.
I want to say Yip. Listen, if I didn't run away from my abusive ex-husband, I don't want you to run away from this. This is your people. What if they're in danger? I do not
This
trust
is a
this.
cult!
exactly.
in a John Mulaney voice. Also, one of well known fact, one of Yip's great ancestors was John Mulaney. This is a cult.
There is a dove loose in this village.
No one knows what it's
I
gonna do
have a
next.
question, just out of curiosity. Is there a bear in a cage anywhere?
No.
As he rewrites his script.
That is
You are
correct
so
from a
wise,
terrible movie called Midsummer. Moving on. All right.
Moving on. Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I was trying to follow Yip's lead, but apparently his lead is to run away.
I kind of do want to go back to the ship and ask.
It might be a good idea for us to go back and evaluate.
I actually want to ask Luce if the mark that was branded onto him was from here.
The problem is we don't even know if Luce is still there.
Only one way to find out. Let's go back to the ship. And Yip starts starts going back to the ship.
Okay, we are not running away.
It might look weird if we all leave. It might look a little strange.
I think Yip and a few people should stay because Yip, you're not running away from your issues. And,
if you run away, I will clip your wings.
Oh shit!
That was the threat.
You know, if Davina can grow them back, I think I can too.
Personally, I don't think this would be a curse.
Okay, guys, make a decision here.
Okay.
We'll go back to the ship. That's fine.
Because I'm the muscle, and I think Adarak should go because he's also the muscle, just in case if we run into any trouble.
So who's going back to the ship?
Sneaky. He can sneak back to the ship.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't really care. I was just saying it'd be good to have one muscle here and one muscle there.
Can I use my stealth to do a little reconnaissance?
Okay. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. So
I gotta take off some armor though, because.
Ooh. I'm sure Anne-Marie would like that.
Back to the ship.
Okay, well, hold on. Raise your hand if you're going back to the ship.
Yep, do not raise your hand.
Put your hand down. You're staying right here with me.
So Arios and Eden are going back to the ship. Everyone else is staying here.
Yeah, it's probably good that the orb's going back to the ship.
And Polo...
Eden's not going, I didn't think. Are you?
I asked you... Raise your hand if you're heading to the ship, and it was both Arios and Eden.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Okay, so, and Polo, are you going to be doing your own little stealth thing?
Yeah, I'm taking a solo mission for this one.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check.
All right. Digital dice, don't fail me now.
Digital style.
On, really?
What did you roll?
5.
Literally right when you turn around preparing to be all stealthy, this one pigeon person is suddenly right in front of you and just goes like, hello there, newcomer. Would you like a tour of our village?
Yes, I would, actually. Thank you. Lemons into lemonade.
There you go.
The pigeon person gives like a very polite bow and guides you through the village. Is it really just Polo on this tour, or is everyone else going to be joining him? Or are you going to be doing your own things?
I'll join you.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
Hiding in plain sight.
Okay.
In fact, Yip, why don't you join us?
No, there's no choice for Yip. Yip's coming.
Yep, come on. And I link arms with him and I say, "Let's go."
This is like the scene in Final Fantasy VII Remake when both Tifa and Aerith just lock arms with Cloud in the center and they just force him forward.
Wait, what is Atarax doing?
Atarax is just standing there being a band.
Going on a tour.
Atarax is the flag of the tour guide because he is tall and he is bright white. Wait, I just realized that's not going to help as much because everyone in this village is wearing white.
Yeah.
Match. Oh my god.
Even
the temptation to start singing One Short Day in the Emerald City is so strong because you're like Alphaba, you finally found a place where you fit in.
Carly, no. There will be no Wicked sung here.
So we go on the tour.
So you go on the tour. Aside from how different the buildings look and how much better made they are and well fortified and such, and in fact, this village actually has like a wall around it with like 4 different entrances and such that are almost always open. Everything actually looks very well made, very well fortified. The buildings themselves look different from what you remember, but the the placement of the buildings and like the actual planning of the village structure, it's exactly as you remember, Yip. So you are actually able to remember where everything is and such. A building there may not be necessarily the same building as it was before, but the general layout and blueprints of the village you have like frickin' memorized, because this is where you grew up.
Oh yeah.
You all pass by, every time you pass by a place, the white-robed Arakakwa, in there, they just kind of turn to you, pausing what they're doing, and they just, like, wave to you with, like, the biggest joyful grins ever. You actually...
Every time he does that, Davina, you can just feel Yip, like, you can just feel how tense he is. Like, he is rigid.
I like that.
He's just like... Like, you are the only thing keeping him
And then
down.
suddenly an egg comes out of Yip.
Yes! Like, hard-boiled.
Yeah, hard-boiled. Like, this thing is rock solid.
It's a diamond egg.
It's a diamond egg! He technically did lay it, but it's been stuck between his ass cheeks, which are so clenched right now that he basically made an egg diamond from the sheer amount of pressure that he has in his ass.
I appreciate that accidental Ferris Bueller's Day
Are you
Off
enjoying this, Briar and Calico? This is the kind of sessions that we have.
Pardon my friend, but Yip's
I'm
ass is so
fine.
tight that if you stuck an egg up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
Except in 2 minutes, you'd have a diamond.
Okay, now, Yip, during this tour, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm good at those. Oh
Oh no!
no. I got a 21.
Oh man, I am loving tonight right now. Okay, Yip, as you all are on the tour, you all notice that not only Arakakwa are here. You see some humans, some elves, tabaxi. There's actually like 2 Goliath here as well. I mean, the ratio is like 80% Arakakwa and 20% other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to see this too, or is it just Yip who sees this?
Well, I'm getting to that part.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is all the general stuff that you're all able to observe. Yip, you notice out of the corner of your eye, as you all are on this tour, you look to your left and you kind of glance into the smithy, and you see what looks like a human, long black beard and an eye patch, and he's just hammering away, whistling a little tune with a smile on his face. And he and the actual Arakakwa Smith are like having a very happy conversation with each other. Yip, you recognize this man as one of the Marauders from 20 years ago.
Oh shit.
And he too is wearing a white robe and looking like he's having the fucking time of his life.
I'm going to try to escape the grapple that Davina has on me. So, Davina, I need you to make an athletics check. I'm going to make acrobatics.
Evan, would I be
Holding.
amiss to say that you recently saw the Justice Lords episode of Justice League?
Oh, I've already seen that episode like years ago.
Okay, well, I didn't know if you recently watched it, and that's where you got the inspiration for a lot of this.
No, where I got the inspiration was, the general idea was my own, but then after a while I realized, oh, hey, this is kind of like this and that.
Yeah, because in the Justice Lords episode, they go to Arkham, and it's all clean and sterile and stuff like that.
And literally everyone...
I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 10, so you are lucky, sir.
Okay, Yip, you successfully get yourself out of Davina's grip.
I take out my dagger and I'm rushing the Marauder.
Yip!
I'm running at him. I'm running at him with my dagger out. Like, if I were a barbarian, I'd be going into rage right now.
Can I block him? Can I like take a dagger and put it around his throat to stop him?
Okay. Okay, so Yip, roll me athletics. Okay, so Yip, roll me athletics. Polo, roll me strength.
Strength.
Oh,
Because
boy.
you gotta be
18.
able... 18. Oh, jeez.
There, I think.
I don't know. Not.
What the? Oh, shit! 21.
Okay. Okay, so Polo, you successfully like football tackle this guy.
Mad 98, Mad 99, Sorry.
Man, no, wait.
John Madden.
Yip is like squirming, trying to get out. Like, not saying a word. He's just like trying. Like, he is tunnel visioned right now.
You'll have to excuse my Eric Cockwood friend here. He's just so excited to be back home.
He has dementia. He's very old.
Grandpa, you gotta go this way.
He's very disturbed.
Oh.
Do you remember when I killed those vultures in the Nam?
That's right.
Polo, are you just saying anything, or are you continuing to be your own version of Rabbit?
No, the whole. You'll have to excuse my Eric Cockwood.
I meant Yep. Sorry.
Okay.
I
was gonna say no. I actually said that.
Yip kind of just like tenser than even before. Like, if he had another egg in him, it'd come out even denser.
Okay, so Yip shits out a black hole. You all get sucked in and you all die. Campaign's over.
Yip, unable to escape this one. He goes back with Polo, joins back with the group, but like now he's like completely silent, like blank face. Like he's showing like what before he was like putting on a face of like it's fine. Now it's just like completely blank.
Can I pull Yip aside and be like, Yip, who was that?
You don't have to ask me for little things like that.
Okay,
Just do it.
I was gonna say, I look at Yip and I say, you must be careful not to get so excited, my friend. You might lose some feathers.
I pull Yip to the side and I say, Yip, who was that?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Oh, we lost Briar. F in the chat.
Yip.
He
was that?
Didn't count.
Wait, shh.
He was one of the raiders from 18 years ago.
Is that the one that killed your wife?
I don't know.
Yep, roll me another history check.
Please don't be high. I have no modifiers on this. It's nat 1.
You have no clue.
Thank
You
God.
just know he was one of the raiders.
Thank fuck.
Okay.
Thank
I
God.
say, I understand. We'll take care of him, but we'll do it later. Let's figure out what's going on yet, okay?
That is the greatest nat 1 I've ever gotten.
Yeah, we've got to worry about Mother's
And
Corn
I
right now.
hold out my hand. And I say, do you want to hold my hand? We'll get through this
Yip
together.
instantly takes it, and he just like it is. His grip is iron tight. Like he's white knuckling this.
Davina, you take 1 point crushing damage for your hand.
I'm fine with that.
No, I'm kidding. You don't take one. All right.
Yeah, this would count as an unarmed strike, which I roll a d6 plus 4 for. No, I'm joking.
Before I do that, I ask Yip, do you want a hug?
Oh.
Yip, just like, hold on. He just, in that moment when you say that, he breaks. He just starts bawling, and he just melts into you. I rolled.
I want to hug him so tight.
I rolled a wisdom save. It doesn't matter what. I rolled another nat 1. Eden, it was both of those nat 1s were on your die. Dice jail.
I'm sorry. Okay, if you send them to me, I will touch them and send them back. There you go.
And then, and then Karen will send them to me. I will stage them for you, and it'll be all good.
Meanwhile, Polo is just watching all this, thinking, "What is going on?"
And I hug him, and I just say, "I understand. We've all been through trauma, but we will get through this. We got through my past, and we got through Polo's past. It'll be okay."
Wow, it's almost like this campaign has arcs for each individual character.
It's almost like this is predestined by some creator or something like that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What?
You know,
some sort of master.
You know, on a side note, I did read an awesome idea where a guy plays a warlock, and his patron is the DM.
Oh, that's cool, actually. That's a really
so it's
cool
like
idea.
whenever he has to talk to the patron, the player in character has to talk to just this dude sitting next to him.
I love
and like
that.
he knows it's just a normal dude, but somehow is giving him magical powers.
It's the Sam Flynn property or the Kevin Flynn property.
Faceless man from Game of Thrones.
So Davina and him have their hug moment and join back with the group.
All right.
And we're holding hands the entire time.
All right, you're all holding hands, and the Pigeon Man continues you all with the tour. And when I say Pigeon Man, I do not mean the Pigeon Man from Hey Arnold. Shut up.
Oh no, shut up! No, we don't talk about him.
Sorry.
No.
I know you hate this. Is there a Chicken Man?
Look at that chicken.
I do believe there is a chicken man.
This is where our Goose campaign takes place. Is right here.
Next week.
I am curious, is Goose campaign going to take place in the Song of the Wilds universe?
Yes, it is. It's going to be like its own complete separate plot line, but it is in the Song of the Wilds universe.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho, you all continue with the tour, and you all see like many different sites here. A smithy, there are stores here. Despite the question, the very vague answer that Alyssa gave about how they were able to have the funds to reconstruct this place, you do all kind of catch that when it comes to like shopping at like market stands and such. These people do seem to still have the same currency system as like literally everywhere else in the world. And we lost Liam.
Up in the chat.
F in the chat.
Do we pass by the area that would have been Yip's old home?
You do. In fact, the Pigeon Man gestures towards this very nice looking cottage, and he just goes, "We always knew that you were going to return to us, Master Yip. We made sure to keep your house renovated and restored exactly to how it was, though we did try to make sure that it was able to stand up to the forces that we now face today. Please."
Davina, he takes his other hand and also wraps both hands around your hand, and it's just like a crushing force. It's just like, it's just like.
Do I take any damage for that?
No.
No, but it's just it's just like
feel it.
You feel it.
Feeling it.
I'm really feeling it. Oh my god.
I want to play that game, but it terrifies me because of how massive it is.
Evan, I got
That's
it
what you said.
for your, I think it's for your birthday?
Like late birthday gift, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask the pigeon?
Any tighter, her hand would just shatter.
I'm gonna ask the Pigeon Man what he means by dangers.
Oh, why the dangers of the wilds out there. I mean, every time an animal comes across our fair village, we have to be able to defend ourselves. But ever since
only there was some sort of song in the wild that would cure this.
However, there is now no reason for us to even fear the animals of this land, for Alyssa protects us.
How did she protect you?
Oh, I'm sure she will show that to you all tonight during the feast. Until then, Please make yourselves at home. And then the pigeon man flies off and leaving you literally on the doorstep of Yip's old cottage.
Do we have keys?
What's a good check to make sure that his cottage isn't cursed?
That would be an Arcana check.
Arcana?
I'm gonna roll a whiz save to try and not start crying again.
Okay, who's got the best Arcana?
I think Arcana is intelligence. It's either intelligence or wisdom.
No, there is an Arcana check.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I got a 10.
Intelligence.
A few tears roll down my cheeks.
Okay, a couple tears do fall down, but you are able to keep yourself somewhat composed. And who's
I look
rolling
at him
the...
and I say, just get a hold of yourself, man.
I make an unarmed strike on Polo. I slap him with an unarmed strike.
Okay, roll...
I miss.
you slap him but you're so emotional that it's a very overdramatic, slower slap, and this is literally all that Polo does.
Polo, maybe you don't say calm down.
I don't understand what you're upset about.
Yep, you want to just go inside. Let's just go inside. Let's just sit.
Let's
The Venus mission we dealt with child
rip
slavery.
off the band-aid. Rip off the band-aid.
Yeah, let's sit.
Wait.
Do you want me to open the door?
Do I still have my old
Just why are
keys?
we all going together?
You realize that the keys you don't even need the keys anymore. The door is just unlocked.
Oh, that's a great sign.
Oh, cool. I open the door and
get a key. Wonderful.
Oh my god.
The inside of the manor, though obviously showing signs that it has been renovated and restored, it's exactly as you remember. Like, the tables are where they are, the chairs are where they are, everything is where you remember it is. Polo, weren't you gonna do an Arcana check?
Well, I was asking who has the best Arcana.
Who has the best Arcana here?
I didn't... Give me a
Not me.
Arcana is
I have
intelligence.
+3.
I have a +3. Can I give
Wait,
you
isn't
some
Atarax with us?
Atarax. Oh, he's looking right now. Just remember, guys, you're muted.
I also have a +3.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Can I inspire someone to know?
Inspire
Yes.
Atarax.
Well,
You
I
should
mean,
do
you're
it.
gonna...
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
do it. Give it to the best boy. Give it to the best boy.
I just like grab you by the shoulder. I'm just like, I have a feeling. You'll know the feeling.
I have a
If
feeling
there's
tonight's
anything
gonna be a
going
good
on
night.
here.
That tonight's
I
gonna be
believe
a
that's
good night. A good night.
You have some bardic inspiration now. Here's some
Alright.
magical
I believe
dust.
that's a D8 now for Miss
I
Rel.
feel great.
Yeah.
Great.
A D8.
Did I give you some
Yeah,
of the
D8.
I'm also going to cast guidance on myself.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're making
We
sure this
really
place-
want to know what is
I know.
going on in this
No,
cottage.
We want to know.
Can you show
Why
us?
does anyone say that on here?
I want to know.
I know. D8 and D4.
Okay, so a D8
I
plus a
rolled-
D4 on top of the
I rolled
D20
bad.
plus
It was
3.
a bad. 9. So, 14.
That is actually not that bad, because
Okay.
you
It's
are
not that bad.
you extend your senses out and you sense absolutely nothing magical about this place.
Can we cast a religion check? I know that
Are
might
there-
sound really
that doesn't really help in this case.
There
Okay,
sure is
fine.
religion in this town.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, that's a good
I
point. Carly, go
recognize
ahead. Roll a
right.
religion check. I should have thought of that. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay, that's not that bad. Where's my religion? Where is my
Where's my
religion?
religion?
I got a dirty 20.
Losing my religion.
You kind of get the sense that this place was intentionally renovated so that it was as close to the original as possible. So if there were no religious symbols or anything in it before the Marauders. They intentionally made it so that it was still like that. You don't know.
There were a few like small things, like just like small little religious trinkets. Like Yip has never been the most religious person, so there's just like a few small things.
At least they didn't put any deities in your house that you didn't already worship.
Yeah,
you open a drawer and there's the Gideon Bible.
It's a little weird that we just heard a monk say, "I've never been that religious."
Not that kind of monk.
Yip goes up to his old training dummy, like the wooden dummy.
The training dummy is still there, and it looks like it was fresh out of the box.
I'm rolling I'm gonna roll a performance check to like do an old kata or like an old routine on it. Dirty 20. I do a good.
All right.
Do a good routine.
You're able to do your routine.
Not for anybody, but for myself.
All right. Even the sounds that this dummy makes, you remember from 20 years ago. Everything seems to be restored to absolute perfection. It even looks like whatever they used to remake this dummy, it was even made from the same wood that the old dummy was made from.
I don't like this. Should we go back and see how Arios and Eden are doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's move the camera away from the village and go to Arios and Eden. Eden and Arios, as well as the Orb and Axel, you all essentially, after walking to the ship, you don't really see any signs of Luce. However, as you continue walking around, you find out that Luce is actually in, like, the storage hold underneath the deck of the ship. And he is just, like, huddled in a corner, just shaking. Carly, you don't react to this. You're not there.
Oh, what did they do?
I'm not allowed to react as just watching?
I know. I'm kidding.
Fucking rude.
Hurt you?
What kind of things did they tell you in there? What did they tell you? What did they do? I don't know. It was an hour. Luce is just kind of like hugging himself in the corner. He's not looking at anyone's eyes. He's just, we lost Davina. F in the chat.
You didn't lose me. I'm turning off my camera because Evan doesn't like when I have
Oh, whoops. Come back. Luce doesn't even look at you both, and you can just kind of hear him muttering, go like, too much. She can make them do anything.
Okay,
Can't join.
What do you mean by that?
Can Arios go up to him and just start playing his flute, seeing if he can maybe calm him down?
You know what? Yeah, give me a performance check. If you, the bard, fail a performance check, I will slap you through the screen. Yes, Eden.
Can I not technically assist, but assist by like having the owlbear go up to him?
Oh my god. Yes.
Okay, so you know what? Here's what's gonna happen. So here's what's gonna happen. Arios, you are going to start playing your flute. The owlbear is gonna start getting up on its hind legs and does like a little jig.
Oh my god. And by the way, 18 on the performance roll.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right, you do make the performance and you're able to get Luce out of his stupor, and he like slowly looks up at you and looks down at the owlbear, which is like dancing like a toddler to like Britney Spears or something. You're playing a flute rendition of Toxic, by the way.
I was thinking a Simpsons again when Maggie does the Britney Spears thing. Like, and she drinks Pepsi, but whatever.
Excuse you?
Hey!
Advertisement.
We
I'm addicted. Leave me alone.
We are not paid for by Pepsi. We are paid for by Elon Musk.
Pepsi sponsor me. I drink your shit all the time.
Orville Rettenbacher, sponsor me. I eat your popcorn. Anywho.
Sponsor me, they say.
So, the Luce is able to visibly calm down, and he's just kind of like, he's still kind of hugging himself, but you kind of see like a tiny little smile pop up on his face, and he's just kind of like bouncing with the owlbear, who, seeing that he's now getting a reaction, starts to dance even more so. And really, the dancing is just the owlbear doing this.
It's still freaking adorable. Alright, so Arios then stops playing and kneels down in front of Luce and asks him, can't join what?
Can't join the family. She promises peace, but she gives you nothing. And after that, just kind of
nothing.
Just nothing. And like you can kind of see, just talking about it, he starts to kind of revert back into his panic state, and unfortunately, he's not like talking to you guys anymore.
Arios just looks at Eden.
Could.
Arios looks at Eden and says, "We need to get back, and I don't think we can go to the feast.
The others.
We can't go to that feast. We can't go to that. They can't go to that feast. We have to get to them now."
I'm going to kneel down, look at the owlbear.
Owlbear looks up at you, blinking.
Do you think you can keep him safe? And I point to Luce.
The owlbear looks at Luce, looks up at you, and in its own little adorable bear paw way, it does this.
Okay. I am also going to run up to old Joe and tell him there's someone in your storage unit, deck, whatever.
What? We got a stowaway? Pulls out his gun.
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you really need to leave the owlbear with him, because he's got old Joe.
But we also want to keep the owlbear safe, so...
I thought Leah knows where I'm going with this. He's down there. However, I want, if you can, make sure no one other than the group gets on the ship.
Oh, no worry. I got you covered. And he gives like his own little hearty salute, and he pulls out like a second gun in his hands.
Damn, old Joe. All right.
Thank you, Joe. We'll hopefully be back in one piece.
Damn, old Joe, you a G.
He is a G. Alright, let's go.
All right. So with that being said, we now take the camera over back to the main party, still in Yip's old, very nice looking cottage. What's happening now? It's been a couple hours. It's already...
Look around.
Yip, are you just gonna let people look around in your house?
If I'm, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're fine looking around.
Do I see the bedroom that him and his wife had? And Yip, you said that you had a child, right?
Yip, you're muted. You're muted.
You're muted, Lauren.
Yeah, it's like there's like the main. It's like sort of like the main, and then the kitchen's next to it, and then like from the kitchen you can go into like the master bedroom where Yip and his wife would sleep, and then kind of an offshoot of like the main room when you come in is the kids' bedroom. So you can easily find both of them. Yep.
Are all of the
Hasn't seen-
bedrooms still in there, Evan?
All of the bedrooms are there, though in this case they don't seem to have any, like, the bed is exactly where it is, the dressers and all of the other furnitures are exactly where they are, but there's no, like, trinkets or decorations from before.
Almost like it was almost like a reenactment bedroom. Like they tried to make it as the best they can, but they can't take anything from what was actually there unless they still had it.
Exactly.
So it looks like it's almost just a display.
Yes.
I don't like that. I'm not into that. I go up to the group and I just say, this is weird.
Oh, there's a shock.
Yeah, I don't like it here.
I don't either, and Yep, what would you... I know that you're in kind of a state right now, but what would you suggest?
I feel like we don't have much of a choice but go to the feast. They did say that she might show us something while we were there.
I'd be
And
careful.
if something goes down when we're at the feast, are you prepared to fight?
Well, if you didn't see what Polo had to do to me before, I think we can safely say I'm prepared to fight.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So Mistral kind of like walks over to like one of the windows to see if people are still like walking around.
People are indeed still walking around, going about their business, though the majority of them are basically preparing the main, like, eating hall building for the feast. This giant, like, half-cylinder of a building is big enough to fit the entire village.
Okay.
This is turning into some BioShock Infinite Columbia shit.
Would we here? I guess this is like a question for Yep/DM. Would we know where this, I forgot her name, but this dove
Alyssa.
Alyssa, would we know like where she would be at this moment?
No.
Okay, never mind.
You've been in this house for a few hours.
Okay. Can I would like to send my unseen servant to the hall where everything's being prepared to see if there's any suspicious activity happening before we get there.
All right. You cast your unseen servant, and through its eyes, it goes through the unlocked door out into the open. You can see through it that everyone is still just as joyful and happy as can be. They are all just busy getting the whole eating hall all set up. The unseen servant now enters the eating hall proper, and they're just like lining up tables and chairs, and you can see like at the far end what looks like an open kitchen. Like, you got stoves, you got pots, you got everything, and they're all like, they're actually cooking food. Like, everything actually seems legit. And you can actually see, like, at the edge of the kitchen part of the eating hall, Alyssa herself. And she seems to be very authoritatively, but yet very calmly, barking directions at everyone. That can basically be all summed up to, everything must be perfect for him. We haven't seen him in so long. We will not fail this time. We need to make sure that he enjoys today. We need to make sure that he remembers his home.
Do we hear this? Or
No,
is it just Mistral?
It's just Mistral.
Okay.
Okay, can I then telepathically, basically, tell my servant to stay nearby for for the next hour?
You can.
I can cast this.
For the next hour, Alisa is walking around the village, just giving calm, small instructions to everyone as they set up for this feast. You follow her, and she seems to go into this hut not unlike Yip's. I mean, it seems to be the same size, but not the exact same kind of building, and this one's made of like a white kind of wood. It's that kind of cottage. As the door is opened for her, you see another white-robed figure, also an Arakakwa. However, his robe seems to be much more lavish, and he actually has like a hood over his head. And you can't quite tell this person's face, but you do hear a very calm voice. "Welcome back, Mistress Alisa. I assume that everything is in order." And Alisa just places a hand on the young Arakakwa's head, and he just goes like, "Yes, I will be certain that this will be a night that none of them will be able to forget. We will make sure that this will be a night that they can finally, truly be happy."
I want to say for the record, I'm not into this shit at all.
Okay,
Some things are starting to make a little more sense now.
Briar, I love all of your exclamations, even though I cannot hear them right now. I just love all of your expressions.
So as I see this specific interaction, because I probably haven't really said anything because I'm probably too focused about what the unseen servant is seeing. So at this point, I turn towards everyone and going, "Hey guys, so I know 100% we're gonna be concerned going into this because this is very weird, but," and I describe this Arakakwan that I see in my unseen servant, and I explain what I've been doing for the past hour, and I go, "I am not sure who this is, or if Yip, you have any recollection of who this could be, but I know 100% we should be very cautious and alert with every step that we take tonight because this is very concerning now."
What did they say? Can you hear what they're saying?
They said that this would be a night that we wouldn't forget, the cliche that that cliche.
Calling the DM out.
But I'm not calling a DM out. I'm calling out every mysterious character and every.
Yeah, that's valid.
But they also said that it would be. It was like they want to make us happy and joyous, but she said it in such a way that just chills. It brings chills when she says it, and she's saying it to somebody.
I don't want to be happy.
I'm not sure. He's a hooded figure, and I don't trust people in white cloaks. I don't trust them.
And I look at you.
I don't
and
trust
aren't
white
you wearing a
people.
white cloak?
I don't trust white swans.
Excuse me, Mistral. Are you wearing a white cloak right now? Because you said you're very monochromatic, and you're wearing.
I am wearing blue, mostly.
Okay.
Best of blue. It's not 100% white. There's
Okay.
mostly blue.
Suddenly, this game turns into Among Us, and Mistral is the infiltrator.
I don't know.
I suss
don't know what you
red.
guys are talking about.
What's he doing the game?
I gotta play Among Us. I own it. I just haven't played it yet.
We play together, dude.
It's a good game.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm just nervous. Okay. Now at that time, the door opens, and in come Eden and Carly.
I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the hollow rose. I apologize.
Great today.
At that
I
moment,
see the shiny thing, and I just immediately go towards it.
at that moment,
I
the door opens, and you hear Eden and Arios enter the house.
How'd you guys know we were here?
I guided them to Master Yip's house, said the pigeon man as he peeked through the doorway.
Yeah, that's great. Arios just closes the door behind him, and it's like, guys, we gotta go.
Sorry, DM, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
No, it's fine.
I'm Judy.
Alright.
Can't go to this feast. It's not something that we need to deal with right now.
No, like
there's something there.
Oh, great, we're at an impasse.
Oh, but when I want to run away, no, you can't run away from your problems.
I say we go into this feast. Well, wait, hold on. Arios, honey, why don't you want to go to this feast?
They're trying to brainwash you. Okay,
Oh,
all of
it's
us.
their first
I
fight.
don't know.
I kind of gathered that. I say we go into the feast.
Oh, wow.
Guns a-blazing.
How such a novel idea. Which we done been new.
All right.
I ran away from everything, okay?
Let's have a democratic vote.
You know what? I'm with Arios on this, and I kind of like summarize what I saw, and I'm just like, you know what? They're really creepy. They want to make us happy, but they don't seem like they really want to make us happy.
Let's have a show of hands, shall we? All those who don't want to go to the banquet, raise your hand. Everyone who does, raise your hand.
3. Does a guest count as a vote?
No.
Damn it.
I guess we're outvoted.
Wait, what was that?
Wait, did you just want to go to the feast now?
Wait, who's going to?
Well, now I'm interested. Now you've piqued my interest.
No, okay.
You had my curiosity.
I want to see what's going on, and no one's brainwashing me. My mind is a
You've
mind
had
of
my
steel. I was
curiosity.
for years that I burned down my building.
Arios,
Let's
do you
go.
Arios, do you want to just run away together? We'll grab a bottle of wine and we'll just sit in Yip's house until they're done.
Actually, I think Davina has the best way of not getting brainwashed. Frankly, the moment that she gets attacked to be brainwashed, she can just go berserk.
Okay. Yeah. So we should have a game plan.
I can go frenzy rage.
What should we do if someone starts seeming like they're being brainwashed or having suggestions brought onto them?
Wait a minute, I actually think I have something for that. Hold on, give me 1 minute.
But I'm still up for running away from your problems. I know I said don't run away from your problems yet, but I'm with you.
Now I see. This is why I didn't want Luce hanging out with you.
I was trying to be strong in front of Davina, but then I give up now.
Oh, never mind, really I don't. I thought I did, but I do not. Never mind.
She creeped me out. I want to run away.
I still need to use my dust disappearance.
As much as I hate the idea of going into a creepy ass situation here, we might actually have to go.
Arios, but like, I love anxiety.
Based on your reconnaissance, Mistral, it seems like whatever this Alyssa, or however the hell you pronounce it.
The bird lady.
The bird lady. Yes, it's Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. But it's a grid system, motherfucker. Sorry. But as far as it seems like Alyssa wants Yip to be a part of this.
Exactly.
It doesn't seem like anyone is going to get killed or anything like that.
But what about us? We will die because she doesn't care about us. She wants Yip to be happy. What
does the orb think about this?
Why couldn't she just kill us now?
Well, that's back at the orb is back at the.
You don't know this.
What? Never mind.
Meta level.
Eden. Everybody, shut up. Eden, speak.
Well, did Davina actually ask what does the orb think about this?
Yeah, because I didn't. Yeah, I mean, Davina doesn't know that it's back at the ship.
Right.
I left it back at the ship. for this particular reason. I don't think it is good to have it on us just in case something happens.
Why don't we just have Yip go by himself?
And did somebody tell you to do that?
No.
It was a good idea.
All right, let's not turn on each other.
I'm not turning on each other. I'm just asking questions with my ruler.
I have an idea. Why don't we just make Yip go by himself?
I don't know. Yip going by himself.
I don't like that idea.
Dude basically broke my hand walking here. Do we really trust him to go to the banquet by himself and actually go to the banquet?
You know what? As much as that's insulting to me, I agree. As much as I want to go to this, I don't want to go alone. The whole reason I wanted to go is because I thought you guys would be there. So if I have to get brainwashed, at least I'm brainwashed with you all.
Wait. Hold on. We need to do this, but we need to be smart about it.
Why was freeing child slaves easier than this?
Right.
I mean, where's the lie?
Complicated.
I got it.
That was their first. That was their first official mission.
Okay.
And then we also killed my husband. It was great.
Okay. So this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a buddy system, a check-in system, and we always have to make sure we have eyes on the other buddies. So we're gonna have 2 groups of 2 and a group of 3. So like it's gonna be we're gonna have like a dates, I guess, just to make sure that everybody has a buddy, and you always keep an eye on the other buddies. So
are we gonna have to get dressed up again?
You don't have to. You're fine.
They're probably gonna make us wear the white clothes.
No, we're gonna put on the white clothes. This is what we're gonna do.
No.
I'm bad at making groups. Somebody else make the groups.
Okay.
I call Davina.
Yes. So Davina.
You points at Arios, and it's like, back off. She's mine tonight.
Okay. So yeah, you two you're gonna be.
Man, Davina, you're just getting passed around by everyone.
Don't put it like that.
I deserve that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a group of 3. You know what, Arios, you're gonna be with Davina and Yip because you can be sneaky just in case you need to get Yip out of there.
I like how the DM has been quiet for like the past 2 minutes, and then he just comes in with some snark.
What else do I do?
So we have a group of 3. I'm going to say Polo and Eden, you're going to be our other group of 2. And then Atarax, you're going to be with me because and I need a big man.
I was saying Mistralis tiny, and then having the 2 fighters together, it makes sense.
Yeah, there we go. Totally makes sense.
Okay, so do you guys have a plan now?
Yes.
And I wrote down all the groups.
Carly, thank God, because I'm not remembering this shit. All right, so with
That's why I'm the designated note taker with my son of the wild. Merge. Oh shit.
There you go.
Good job.
So, with groups now in mind, night comes. You're basically allowed to just hang out in Yip's house this entire time. Night comes. As you venture out of the house, the sun has just dipped over the horizon. Some torches have been, lit along the village and such to kind of keep light going on here. All of the villagers, still in their white robes, are making their way, just having pleasant, happy conversations with each other as they all go to the eating hall. You all basically follow them, and all of them, including the children, who's, tugging at your hands and your pants and such to kind of, come with us, come with us.
Creepy.
No, we do not. I do not follow the children. That is how you get killed in horror movies.
These children are gonna take. These children are taking you to a secondary location.
So hold on. Before we
can I football? Can I just kick one of the kids?
no punching Davina. All right, can I just say like
Slice them all in half with
Before-
one stroke of a sword.
before we go on, can I just say like that Arios like told the group like, okay, if things start to go south, we all need to stay like 50 feet away from each other at most, so I can cast Fog Cloud and we can get the heck out of there.
Ah, nice.
So everybody keep eyes on exits, keep eyes on your buddy, and keep eyes on other buddies.
And remember, as Grandpappy John Mulaney said, never ever go to a secondary location.
Oh, we lost Mistral. F.
No, we left.
I think we lost Davina.
Davina disappeared. So close.
Sorry.
All right.
Everybody keep eyes on the threesome.
With the plan in mind and a fog cloud ready to cast, you all enter the eating hall, and all of the tables are just filled with like meats, vegetables, mead, like so many things that they have here. Like you've had a lot of the stuff back at Greyblade headquarters. Now these tables are lined in like there's like 4 long ass tables that basically are like 7/8 the length of the eating hall. They're in 2 rows of 2, with the very center between the 2 rows of 2 is a giant bonfire. Now, at the very end of it is another table that is shorter because it is the width of the eating hall, and that is where you see Alyssa sitting, and she's already like daintily eating like what looks like a turkey leg. Not a turkey Arakakwa, but like a legit turkey. There's no cannibalism here. I'll spoil that much. There's no cannibalism.
Don't fish the other fish.
so it's not-
The trout.
Okay, Soylent Green isn't people. Got it.
Nice.
Soylent Green is people!
And you all are guided, to actually sit, like, not at the same table as Alyssa, but at the ends of the long tables so that you are closest to her. So you're still, like, sitting with the other people there. And as soon as you take your seats, everyone is like, come, sit, already, dig in. Like, all of this food is available to eat, and this entire feast is for you, Master Yip.
I don't trust the food.
Yip, like, takes, like, a fork aside and just...
Roll me a deception check.
Okay, deception. Okay, I have a +1 in that. +1 in that. All right, and I'm not rolling an Eden die, so that's good.
I'm just gonna go cry in the corner now because y'all hate my dice apparently.
No, they hate us.
Hey, FYI, you
not
guys
you.
have been good to me. You guys have been good to me.
That's an 18.
An 18. All right, you are actually able to... Oh my god, Carly just posts a Wicker Man gif. Oh, jeez. Okay, you are some...
Tell me I'm wrong!
Smokey the Bear says hi.
How to get burned!
All right, Yip, you are somehow able to successfully deceive that person. The person on your other side, however, is not fooled.
I look at him and I say, if you tell anybody about this, I'll cut you. Can I do that? Evan?
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
All right, Davina, make an intimidation check. When was the last time we ever did that?
Oh my god.
Wait a minute. If I have one of the thingies, oh nope, I'm proficient in that. That's what that means. We already went over that. My
Yeah.
I got an 18.
All right, you actually do successfully scare the guy into silence. and he just kind of like, he still has a smile, like, okay, and he just kind of goes back to eating.
I'd say Mistral's like pulling like the elf card and being like, oh, I'm fasting for reasons. The food looks so lovely. Like, don't worry about me. We do a ritual every other day. It just today happened to fall on the wrong day.
Roll me now, Mistral. You roll me a deception check. I love all of your little plans here. They're adorable.
Where's my deception? Ooh, +6. Ooh, I got a 22.
All right, you successfully are able to convince the two Arakakwa sitting across from you, and they look at you with like reverence, like, "Oh, you're fasting. Oh, that takes such great willpower to do. We're so proud of you." Like, this is like there's nothing condescending in their voices. They are legitimately like honored to be with someone of such great conviction. Like, these are like the most like vapid-headed like mission trip Christians that you've ever run into. Like, I honestly can't think of any other comparison.
Middle school.
Yeah, middle school.
Department.
Yeah, it's those people. Now that being said, I'm just gonna straight up ask: is there anyone that is actually gonna try the food?
Absolutely not. Polo.
Calico, you're not even in this yet. Okay, so Polo.
Sitting all in the back.
Somebody has to actually try this food.
Okay, so Polo, what do you eat?
I guess some bread.
All right, you take a piece of bread, and on the cut side of it, you see what looks like a couple spices and like a yellow spread on it. And this lovely like hawk girl like smiles at you and goes like, "I hope you like it. It's my own original recipe. We put garlic spices and butter on this bread." It's garlic bread.
Garlic bread, yeah.
Garlic bread.
I don't care if everybody goes.
I'm opening a garden of olives. All right. Alright, I look at her and I say,
potluck. Is this a potluck? Are we at a potluck? Are we at an Arakakwa potluck? Because in all other circumstances, this would be lovely.
I look at her and I say, "Lovely," and I take a bite.
It tastes buttery and garlicky and
bready.
And bready.
How close am I to Davina?
You're like Davina is sitting behind you at the table next to you. So you're not facing each other, your backs are.
I lean back a little bit. I whisper in her ear, "If anything happens to me, just take all my weapons."
I'm literally next to you, dude.
I mean, she is your buddy.
So
Great Sword of Vengeance is hers.
So Polo, you swallow, and nothing happens.
Also, whenever anybody...
And we lost Polo!
That's what happens.
That's what happens when you eat the food.
I forget what anime it is, but it is instinctively taught me that whenever anybody says, "Oh, I made it with my own recipe," it's like they put some of their bodily fluids in that. And
are you talking about living in a world where dirty jokes don't exist?
Yes, that. And also Family Guy.
Oh, love Nectar.
I would be more thinking like Matilda with the chocolate cake.
Oh, I was thinking more. Oh, don't you mean The Help?
There's also Family
Eat
Guy.
my shit.
I put my Family Guy where Meg put her pubes in it.
Anywho. So Polo, you have the garlic bread, And it's perfectly fine. It's just garlic bread. There's, like, you don't sense anything happening to you.
I lean back to Polo and I say, how you feeling?
Fine.
Okay.
For now. But somebody had to try this.
So now that Polo has successfully tried the garlic bread, is anyone else going to
Not
eat?
try this. Oh.
I'll try the garlic bread.
I was gonna say Davina's like the last person I want to have anything happen with. Just saying.
Yeah, even I'll be like, I don't think that's a good idea, and I did.
And Polo just takes the bread and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was just so good."
Eat it, my brother. Would you like some?
As you all are able to sneakily have...
I asked Eden if he wanted some.
Oh yeah, Eden, do you want some garlic bread?
I was gonna like take like that much of it, but is there like meat? Like,
Oh yeah, there's a lot of meat here.
okay,
Yeah, eat that meat, Eden.
Oh.
I will destroy you. I'm not even talking about after that because I will destroy you.
Scoot away.
Is there like chicken or like turkey?
There's like chicken, turkey, ham, beef.
There's all types of bird meat, which is really strange, you know?
Wait, like, even though it's not technically cannibalism, I still feel bad about it. Like, so I just...
Yeah. So strange.
Ironically, no seeds anywhere.
No what?
Try some of the.
No seeds.
Wow. Almost racist again. Thinking
So Eden, guys, back on track. Eden, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Taking some of the chicken.
You have a piece of the chicken. It is perfectly rotisserie cooked. Like, we're talking Boston Market tasty here. God, I miss Boston Market.
Boston Market.
And
Boston.
you feel nothing. The chicken is good.
Okay, so the bread is good, the chicken is good. Who wants to try the drink? Who wants to try the Kool-Aid?
Nope.
I would say me, but y'all don't want me to eat nothing, so...
Arios just looks at Davina and under his breath just goes, "Be cool, baby, damn."
I think in this case, Mistral should try it, because I think of anyone here who might get brainwashed.
Fasting already, so no.
I feel like the person with the
Mistral,
least
it's not going to
brain-
work with Mistral. She already pulled the whole fasting
I'm
card, so it's not going to work.
I'm like, dang it, alright.
Oh, Atarax!
Arios!
Atarax, great. Okay, I'm watching you, buddy. You can do it.
Atarax, no!
I will
Arios! What are you doing?
Arios is tiny, and if he tries to get in a fight with anybody, they just have to sit on him.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's gonna want it to be
And I don't want
so.
and he's a soft bean. I don't want anything to happen to him.
Like, Atarak's strong. Like, I gave him it's fine,
And even
so
with
he
his
can
3C thickness, he can sneak around all over the place. Like,
Yeah,
dang,
yeah,
Atarax.
So who is trying the
Rat
mead?
all over me.
Okay, Datarax, let's
Datarax.
Come on, Datarax.
So I am going to
Hashtag Atarax.
prepare lesser restoration just in case I feel a little bit off.
All right. You fiddle your hands at your side, and you get the magic ready, and you take a sip of the mead. It's sweet, has got like a strawberry and honey taste to it. It is alcoholic, so you do feel that. But beyond that, you don't feel anything.
I'm scared of
I'll finish the
late
glare.
effects. Oh god.
So,
Well, I mean, if the garlic bread's good, like, of course I'm not gonna deny myself the buttery, garlicky goodness
I'm
of
gonna
garlic
have
bread.
some mead.
You want
So
this
I
meat.
drink the mead.
Davina drinks the
And I look
mead.
at everybody.
Davina
And I
drinks
look
the
at everybody and say,
Good.
it looks terrible. I'm sorry, it tastes terrible.
Delicious.
Just
So I
like
guess it's normal because I don't like alcohol. And I put it down.
It's terrible.
And
I guess
that
it's
actually works. As far as you all can tell, the food itself is fine.
Can I do like an insight check of like seeing the hell is her name? I suck at names.
Arissa? Alyssa?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Can I like see like her demeanor and see if there's anything off?
I'm guessing she's just happy AF.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Los combato.
Got a 3. I mean, not a 3, a 13. I'm sorry, 13.
You're staring right at her, and she is just having, like, lovely talks with people that are just bringing her food and such, and she's just, like, invested in conversation, and she's eating everything you guys are eating, though very daintily and such. She's got, like, an air of, like, royalty about her.
Wait, I'm sorry, Polo, before you go, I just want to ask one last question. Can I don't know what check it would be, but can I do a check to see if, I look around the room to see if that guy that I saw with my unseen servant is in the room?
That would be a perception check, and you actually don't need to roll for that. He is standing behind Alyssa.
Okay.
Like her bodyguard.
I lean towards Atarax and I'm like, hey, Atarax, hi, so how you doing? And I just try to be subtle, trying not to let the people sitting near us know what I'm trying to say. But Atarax got my language, so he knows what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, hey, so you see up there that nice looking person behind our lovely host for the evening? I would say you might want to keep an eye just in case we may need to have a talk with him later. Just
At that moment, you hear a small like ding, like someone tapping their knife on their goblet, and
it's 11 o'clock. Oh no, that's never good.
Alyssa then stands up from her table and she just goes, "My children, my family, kind friends and loved ones, it is a very momentous day that we not only give thanks, and we finally are able to see not only the face of a long-lost loved one, but one who brings so much purpose and meaning that we all thought was dead. And so it is to Yip that we give our thanks and our toast to you," and everyone like holds up their goblet and everyone takes a sip. And it's the same mead you guys have been drinking. Now Yip, I understand, and now Yip and all of his companions, I understand that you all most likely have some questions. And for that, I'm willing to show you just how much this village means to us and how we protect it. At that moment, you hear what sounds like the squeaking of wheels and heavy growling, as at the other side of the building, someone brings in a cage with a rabid dire bear. and you can actually see, like, very obviously, this same bear has the same white eyes and black tar tear stains as literally every other animal that you have seen. And yet, the people who are holding onto the cage just seem so unafraid. Their eyes fixated on Alyssa. She then like glides smoothly from like walking gliding, not like gliding. She glides smoothly like away from her table, past the bonfire, past everyone, and everyone is like, "Oh," as she passes by. She's doing like the whole like hands outstretched. She's giving like high fives to everyone as she passes by.
It's like a Disney princess walk, you know?
Yeah, it's a Disney princess strut.
Not into that.
At that moment, she then walks, she is now like right up at the cage, and this massive dire bear is like snarling and growling and trying to like just brute force its way through the cage. At that moment, Alyssa, without any worry, simply raises her hand and you see her eyes start to shine white. The dire bear slowly is like still trying to get out of the cage until it like meets her eyes, and then it just slowly like calms down. You see the black tear stains evaporate, and iris and pupil return to the dire bear. And then it just kind of like plops down in the cage, just kind of looking around like a more innocent bear.
Somehow this is worse than with the black blood stain. Somehow this is worse. A return to normal is so abnormal. I hate it.
With
Can I
not yet.
ask a question?
No, not yet. At that moment, Alyssa then turns around and just is like, and everyone is like cheering for her as like their savior for protecting them from the great corruption that has infected all wildlife. She then looks she then looks towards Yip and like his companions, and she just goes, "It is with my power that I protect everyone here as I do my own children."
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this.
What power is this?
Why, it is my power.
Where'd you get
A
this
power
from?
to give someone or something peace. Yip, I know that you are a man who has not known peace for many years.
No.
And for that, I now give you this gift. And then she, like, claps her hands again. Rising up from, not the same table as Yip, but from another table, you see that same eye patch-wearing man with the black beard rise up. And he just, like, he takes a step into the middle of the room. And he just, and he is looking right at Yip. And he just goes, "I know that I have done many terrible things to you. And I know that it is something that I can never take back. But I also know what truly will be something that will give you peace." Let me rephrase that statement because I do not words right.
I didn't plan this out. I'm sorry.
Yip, no!
Oh, God!
Yip,
Not yet.
you said I don't
My Discord crashed at the worst time. Please continue.
I know that I have taken away your peace, but with this final act, I shall take away any pain that you might hopefully have. Yip, may you finally know joy and peace. The man reaches into his robe, pulls out a dagger, and slits his own throat. And he falls into the bonfire.
It's just something else.
Okay.
Ooh, can I do flies out? Get us the fuck out of here now.
Hold on.
And everyone
Don't you have
else,
to roll for damage?
and everyone,
Yeah, that's a D4.
and everyone else in the eating hall are like cheering now, not for Alyssa, but for Yip this time, because they're like cheering his name. However, Yip, I would like you to roll a perception check.
Yeah, well, first, this is both in and out of character. He's just like, okay, perception. That is 15.
All right. As you scan that, no, we lost someone.
We lost Atarax and Eden.
F in the chat again.
That's a first.
And we lost Davida. F in the chat
Oh my
again.
God! F times 2!
F times 2. I want double F's in the chat, people. Let's go. Double F's.
Oh my God.
Okay, there they are. They're back. They're back.
They're
Okay.
back.
Hold on. I'm waiting for them to come back.
Yeah, this is important.
Because either the internet or the laptop is being shit, right?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. You're totally fine. So
He wants to see all of our
This is
reactions
not
of
the-
despair
So,
and
Yip.
devastation.
Yep, as you scan the area just in complete shock of what you have seen, your eyes fall on the hooded Arakakwa still standing at the end of the room. How he is the only one not cheering. I mean, next to Alisa, who's on the complete other end, just bathing in all of this praise, as well as the praise that's going towards you. No! Oh wait, that was Briar.
It's an audience member. Keep going.
It's an audience member. Keep going.
I look at Yip and I just say in like the lowest voice, "Do you want to leave?"
At that moment, Yip, your eyes fall on the hooded Arakakwa figure.
Oh, I'm sorry, I already said this.
And in the smoothest of movements, he pulls open his hood, and you can just see him mouth, "Run." It's Donatello. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Well, I just have to say cowabunga, dude.
What?
Turtle power.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Excuse me.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I just say this is not the episode I should have sat in on, but also was the episode I should have sat in on.
What the shell was that about?
It's my son.
That's Yip's son.
It's my son.
Oh, okay.
It's my baby boy.
Your baby boy? You thought that was that?
Baby boy.
I knew that name sounded familiar.
This is
That's
my
my
boy.
son. That's my boy.
My boy.
Oh,
My
man.
child.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for episode 22 of The Song of the Wilds, Plight of a Student. We will most likely have our next session next week, same day, same time, though we will wait for confirmation on that before we announce it.
The announcement will be on both the Instagram, which is Song of the Wilds official, and I'm assuming the Twitter.
Absolutely, the Twitter as well, SOTWDND. And also be sure to follow the Etsy store, which a link is in the chat up above. It is still there, hopefully. Guys, thank you so much for joining our little session here. We will see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.